And
think there's
we
only,
are live.
I think
Oh,
there's
so
only
glad
2
I got that
playlists
out
I
of my
have that are
system.
supposed to be in a specific order.
Well,
Hi.
because my playlist for Rose is ordered specifically because it goes through the different crap that she went through in her life.
Yeah, Rild and Yixis were the 2 that mine were ordered.
Hi, Rojan. How you doing?
And if I make playlists for the campaigns in general, it's just nothing but clown music.
Are you trying to tell us something, Rojan?
It's like clown music and horribly off tune kazoos.
We could be the Honk Knights.
Oh God. Hey, we already dealt with the goosening, okay? We don't need to bring that.
You act like it can't happen a second time.
I saw something that was worse than the goosening, and I like terrified to put it in the channel because I really don't want to fight it.
Oh, because I'll put it in the game.
Yeah, because I know you put it in the
me,
game,
sir.
and I really don't want to fight it.
Show me. I'll send it to Rojan.
I saw it on my Twitter wall, and I was just like I had copied the link, and then the other half of my brain said, "Are you stupid? Delete it." It's like,
that's ammunition. You put that down.
Don't you dare post that shit in the fucking phone, bro, you dumb motherfucker.
Don't give Rojan ammo, please.
Oh, I get ammo from Twitter anyway, because guaranteed, like, I follow every D&D channel you guys follow. So
yeah, every time I see Rojan Quest has liked, I'm like, hell.
Yeah.
You're just lucky. You're just lucky that one of you has a wasp/bee phobia, because if not, the bee Rex would be making an appearance constantly.
You say that, but when I have a spider phobia, you say "fuck you, Groudon." I'm putting
yeah, but the
spiders
problem
in
is
here.
like half the monsters in D&D are spider centric. So
I will burn every half book in there.
And he's still being kind to you, Groudon, because he hasn't yet thrown the Arachnosaurus at us.
Oh God, we also have that thing. Yes. Oh God, it's terrifying.
I am kind to the point to where I am only throwing arachnids at you. I'm not throwing crossbreeds or infestations or anything like that at you. They're just
we haven't even hit a city of driders yet. You're fine.
Okay, put down a sexy drider. I'm all for it.
I've got one hyphenated word for you. Spider bees.
No. Fuck that shit. I'll walk away.
Fucking nightmare fuel.
Oh, that's not even that you don't even have to worry about that. Toma Beast 3 has decided to cross a wasp and a scorpion for some reason.
See, if it was just a scorpion, it'd be fire.
Oh no, it's terrifying, and I love it.
That sounds terrifying.
That's
also sentient cacti.
Didn't one of the tomes have?
So we have to fight Cactar?
More Sabotenders than Cactar, but yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I was gonna say that's a Pokemon.
Didn't one of the tomes have like a T-Rex that vomited bees or something?
No,
it's vomited zombies.
Yeah,
that one too. I know that one for sure.
The Tomb of Annihilation monsters had a undead T-Rex that vomited up zombies.
There was some that vomited bees.
Yeah, the B-Rex, because it's a walking hive.
Yep.
Well, now that I've started stoking the flames of everyone's fears, how are you?
Halloween's last month.
Okay, man.
It's always Halloween in campaign 3. I mean, let's be fair.
That's true, and I love it.
I'm so sad. I never got to be a walking hive with Dorngal.
Oh, because that's right. Because you were a circle of bees.
That's what you get for touching things.
Not my fault. I played my character. You cannot fault me.
Wait, your character in
Wildlands 2.
In Wildlands?
Dorngal. Wait, Dorngal was under the bees?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rojan gave me a second order, and I took order of bees.
Yep. Can never rush it now.
And oh no, he never got to use it. He never got to use it.
It didn't last long.
Oh.
which was sad because some of the bee-centric abilities were great.
They're amazing. They're so amazing. They're so good. Oh, man. I was gonna just stay focused on the circle of bees and then take up brewing because then always have honey mead.
Yep.
Available.
I still need to implement my homebrew of Circle of Bats.
Yes. If Coon became Circle of Bees, would he eat them?
I mean, he could.
I think he would.
Free food.
So, when we last left off, the group finally made it to, well, above, not made it to, but made it up onto the streets of Hampstead. I am just pressing buttons now, trying to find my Roll20 again. There we go. The city that has been locked off for almost close to almost a year now. Information was shared with you that the reason of this is because the previous king and queen of Odag were rumored to have been assassinated, but it was revealed that they actually survived the attempt and they made their escape with the help of Lisa and a few other loyalists. And from here, they've been working with a secret society trying to build up a sort of resistance to launch an invasion on Morning Glory to get their daughter back. But while all this planning and everything is going on, you've been left to your own devices up top in Hampstead. You were told to explore the town, get your faces out there, help any way that you possibly could. And few of you decided to take exploring the city wall, like around the city perimeter. Others were looking for fighting arenas, and a few of you went to the library where you gained some interesting and valuable information that couldn't necessarily cause problems in the future.
Not at all. Wait until nighttime.
Later on in the city, Kukaval discovered the location of his property that he got from the Deck of Many Things. A home that was overly dilapidated, falling apart, and looking everything like a stereotypical haunted house, complete with some random shadow wandering second floor windows and a rusted wrought iron gate. Talks of people going into the house, never to be seen afterwards. Though those of you who saw the house had decided not to go in just yet, to put a pin in that until you can reconvene with your group.
Only because Kokovo cryptically mentioned that he knew about this particular place, and as far as any of us, either of us knew, this is the first time Kunkovol's ever been here, and sometimes Kunkovol does some sus ass shit, so we just said nope.
Like just randomly appearing behind you when you thought he was 2 towns over.
If I was any other character that I've had, I would have gone in. But no, I gotta play the old man grandpa here and protect the kids.
He's not old man grandpa. He's just,
I know he's not.
A little more intelligent than Gunrat.
He's got common sense. Where do you get that?
Look, one of your characters had been born with it.
Here's the misnomer. It's an uncommon item.
It is. Some would say it's even a freaking superpower. So, we're going to pick up here. Oh, beforehand, Kunkoval, I did have a question for you.
Yes.
That bag of mice that you have for
yeah.
Oh no.
For a certain wizard friend of yours. How are you delivering it?
I sent that to you last week to make sure it was locked in place.
Let me see. I know you sent it to me,
It's
but
pinned.
it's been
I can remember.
it's been buried under the gold mine of dad jokes you send me every morning.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Let me see.
It's
And you
pinned.
don't send them to me? Wow.
Do you
I
want
know,
the
right?
backlog, Roots?
I'm like,
Do you want the backlog? I will send you the backlog.
I don't get that jokes.
Please.
Shit,
I've
why
been
we
I've
not all of
been
us get
doing
dad
this.
jokes?
Fine. Y'all get dad jokes now.
Yes! Every single one of us!
Okay, that works.
Oh, God.
And you put that in their room, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
On the bed.
On the bed. That's what I was about to ask. Was it on the bed, on the floor?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know which one is Mia's.
All right. So afterwards, we're gonna skip ahead here for like a couple hours. You all have returned from your afternoon excursions or your first excursions into the city. Those of you who were at the library have brains restarting, give me a moment, have either checked the books out or have made copies of the important pages that you wish to keep with you. So as you meet back up at the inn, as I desperately try to scavenge for that music we had playing the other day. Where are all of you at the moment inside the inn? Are you in your rooms? Are you in another part of the establishment?
What time of day is it?
It's getting on into late afternoon at this point in time.
Didn't I go to the bar at nighttime?
Yeah, but the next day that.
Oh, it's the next day. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
brain
yeah.
did not register that.
Because you went to the bar, you went to the bar at nighttime, and then the next day you and Al were walking the perimeter of the city, making like notes on like the integrity of the walls and seeing if there was like any way anything could get into the city.
I was told that there is a artificer in this town. I am going to spend the rest of my day looking for said artificer.
Okay, at this point in time, this is when everybody is meeting back up in the towns or in the tavern to report their findings on the city or whatever, like any important information that they've done. This isn't going to be out and about in the city.
Okay, then I'll just wait in whatever the common area is by the fire.
Okay. So you're in the common room.
Guessing there's one.
Oh yeah. This is a decently sized estate. This isn't just like a little like hole in the wall tavern. It's got like a front house too, where it's got the main desk and a common room for everybody to get meet up, and then there's like a long hallway that connects into like a larger building where all of the rooms are housed for everyone. What about Mia?
Probably once I get inside the inn, if I see any of my companions, I'll go join them. If I don't see any of my companions, then I'll probably just head up to my room.
Given the fact that the three of you that were at the library lingered there for quite some time, I would say by the time the three of you would return back to the tavern itself, you would see Yuriko and whomever else is going to be held up in the common room in there.
Okay. So I'll just kind of meander over there and sit down with them.
You assume Kemek went back.
I don't know.
Kemek probably
Did
was
Kemet go
drugged
back?
Honestly, Kemek would probably linger a little bit longer, but seeing as how information was limited, would they have been allowed to check out the book from the library, or strictly in-house only?
No, you're allowed to check out the book from the library. They're not really afraid of the book going missing, as well, nobody can leave the city.
So sorry. Forgot. I'm a wizard. I'm going to just constantly use the cantrip scribe and just copy every page. So I go like slap, 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 slap on my own copy machine with my spells as I copy the entire book that I discovered of Traval.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna take my own copy.
That works too.
It's one way to avoid fees.
I mean, and
that's...
you've got 8,000 gold worth of paper and, of ink and parchment, so you got to make some use of that.
And they do, and I did grab
so
journals too, because this is what I do. So I just go slap, slap.
So
slap, slap.
go ahead and take out about 500 gold worth of paper for that tome itself.
Okay, I did say I have a couple of blank journals.
So you want to transcribe the journals over first?
Yes.
Okay, how many journals do you want to use?
I think I have 2. Let me check. I think I just have 2. Journals. Yes, I have 2 of them.
You have 2 of them. Is there any notation on the size of them, or does it just say journal?
It just says journal.
Okay, so
I don't know.
I'm gonna say it's gonna take up both journals,
okay.
and then you're using up about a good 300 pages, 300 gold of pages. Like, this book is thick with information.
Yep, and this is totally fine. Yep. Okay. I'll change that to Travala journals, basically. So yeah, after I do my copy and paste machine, I'll probably eventually come back. So that's probably what takes me longer.
Okay.
I mean, no, I probably would have lingered waiting for Kemek to finish and walk back with them.
All right. What about Alistair and Azure Claw?
What am I doing?
That's what I'm asking.
Oh.
I take it I am done at the barracks at this point?
Yeah. At this point in time, it's been a couple hours after you went there and trained.
Well, I'm going to, like a excited child, go find Nalani.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Alistair, are you at the tavern as well? Did you go back with Yuriko?
I did.
Okay.
I need a drink.
So as the 3 of you, the 3 library friends, walk into the tavern, you notice Alistair and Yuriko sitting in the common room. Alistair's got a nice pint in his hand. The warmth from the fireplace welcoming you in from another otherwise cold day. And almost like an excited child, almost with no tact, the door goes flying open as Azure Claw almost runs into the back of Nalani.
And just immediately reach out with a claw and just start tugging on Nalani's sleeve.
Nalani's gonna turn and look at you kind of questioningly, like, everything okay?
Found place to train. With live opponents that want combat.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
And that was a was a Oni, right?
That was an Oni, yes. An Oni artificer.
And look up if there was Oni.
Well, that sounds like fun. Good fight, I take it? You'll have to show me this place.
Told Oni you would visit.
Can't leave a waiting opponent.
If you want to go, you can go now. Get some fun in.
Merchant, would I know if he would still be there or if he would be on patrol now?
He had excused himself near the end of your stay, stating that he had his own, he had his shift on the wall upcoming and he needed to prepare.
Think he on patrol. Tomorrow.
Well, it is. Sure, Kimmick won't mind if I don't join with another library excursion tomorrow. I'm assuming you're going back.
Oh yes, I'm going back. I'm taking advantage of it while I still can.
Makes sense.
But I have work to do tonight as well, so it's probably something you don't want to be around for. Just say. Fair warning.
Yeah. So, I'll definitely find you in the morning, Azure Claude, and we can head back over there.
Yes. And now I'm going to go find a quiet spot to do my work.
Okay. So you're retiring back to your room?
Yeah, unless there's there probably wouldn't be a nice place in the common area that I could do it with there.
You might get some strange looks, but there's definitely enough space for you to like pull up to like one of the small coffee tables and do your work there.
I'm going to do that just to be minorly social.
Okay.
Kimmick, are you heading up to work on your project now, or are you doing that later?
I'm sorry, what time of night was it?
It's late afternoon. It's probably about an hour to 2 hours away from when you would normally have dinner.
Not yet. They would probably be in the common area, probably having a snack that wasn't from the thermos, since that's what they lived on all day in the library. Yeah, just to kind of have like actual bread and fruit or something while they review the notes from their book, because I'm probably not going to do the project until a little bit later in the evening.
Molly would probably be trying to scrounge up food and trying to find whoever runs the kitchen to see if she could borrow the kitchen later while Kimmick needs the room.
And you find the kind old woman who had given you the keys earlier, and she happily tells you to help yourself to the kitchens. It would be nice to see what sort of recipes an outsider would be able to cook up.
So, yeah, I'd probably be, cause it's too early to start cooking now, but she'd probably be trying to go through the kitchens and see what's back there, what equipment's there.
And
What she has to use.
it's your basic run-of-the-mill kitchen that you would expect in a tavern. And enough materials and tools to be able to feed a large gathering of people.
All right. I mean, knowing that we sat all day in a library eating nothing but thermos food, she'd probably start cooking something up to eat for a while.
Slop is only good for so long.
Wow, you refer to the thermos as slop? Damn.
No, I'm just saying, just like having just soup all day.
Can literally make any hot beverage that you want. Oh yeah, it's just slop.
Soup. I mean goblin.
It's all liquidy.
I like to think that in Raccoon Land, the kitchen is furious every day with people trying to make stuff for our thermoses.
Oh yeah, totally. It doesn't just appear.
A bunch of
You've
kobolds in the
got
kitchen going crazy over a stove.
You've got like overwork.
Including Cole.
You've got overworked like kobold line cooks and sous chefs like constantly running 24/7.
Not
Like
to mention they have to fend off the other chaotic kobolds that keep trying to add stuff to the food.
yeah, like they're just trying to like get ready and prepare whatever like hot liquid beverage or soup that could possibly be made so they can just like pour it down an interdimensional hole to fill up your thermos. It doesn't get magicked.
Marvin keeps trying to slip liquid nitrogen, or not liquid nitrogen, but like nitroglycerin into like the into the thermoses.
You know we keep putting candy in. All the kobolds keep
I
trying
was
to
gonna
put
say
candy in.
clam chowder, and I'm like, where's the gingerbread come from?
Yeah.
Why does everything taste like gingerbread?
Gumdrops. There's gumdrops in all
The
of it.
world
My
may
thermos
never
is
know.
broken. My thermos is broken, Mr. Raccoon.
Sorry, I have to take the hoodie off. There's the heater's on and it's drying me out here. Hi, Evie.
Cool lizard folk.
You know, it must be nice to have a heater because mine's broken.
I don't really have the vent on mine shut because I don't like it. I tend to like being cold.
Doesn't
when-
get cold in California.
But when you're sick, not fun.
I hate being cold at all times.
So, Kunkaval, it's around this time you find yourself wandering downstairs. The sounds and voices from your compatriots sort of drawing you out of your room. As I fight with my cat who keeps eating the mouse wire.
Oh, I had more things that I was going to go get. So if that's okay, I'll do that now.
Is this the stuff that you sent me?
Yeah, the first one.
Let me see here. No, not Gilbert Godfrey singing the One Piece rap.
No, I don't mind saying this part out loud.
Okay, so you're looking for the lanterns?
Yeah.
I you know what? I can just say that you found those on your way back after going to the spooky house.
So then while I was in my room then, since I had these apparently, I would be casting to make them useful. And I got some ruby dust. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take a stone and put one stone in each lantern, and on that stone I'm going to cast what is it? It's a fire spell.
Oh, that's always good.
I can't seem to find it. It's the continual flame.
Continual flame. Okay, that's what I thought
Yeah.
you were gonna say.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna cast that on the stones in the lanterns, and then I'm going to put the shutter over the lantern, and I'm gonna leave one of those lanterns on a bed, one each for every person that doesn't have dark vision.
Probably a good idea, seeing as how a vast majority of the group is blind. Yep, you most definitely could do that.
So that'll use up my ruby dust, and then I'll walk downstairs.
And while the group is downstairs conversing in the common room, you begin to hear the very familiar flap, flap, flap coming down the hall as Kunkaval makes their appearance.
And I look over at him and give him a wave and kick a chair out from underneath the table so it slides out for him as he approaches.
Hello.
Have a good day.
Yes, very productive.
Productive is good. Ours was more or less productive as well. Did anyone learn anything interesting that might benefit us all, or have we all just been tackling our own private matters for the day?
Yes. It's all like from Gimmick.
Well, I was with you all day. I know what you were.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah. I was in a different part of the library, but yeah.
Wait here. Who does have dark vision? I think it was Grudes, or I should say Alistair, Nalani.
Saying who or who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
Show of hands who doesn't have dark vision.
Human.
Okay. So I'm gonna point to the four of you. You all have a gift waiting for you. Mia, you also have your mice.
Oh, you managed to find some.
Some. Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you. How much do I owe you?
Don't worry about it.
How generous.
Are you turning into a snake?
Who says I'm not already?
There.
Me. Not snake. Poking.
Perhaps this form is just an illusion.
Nah.
No, I would have seen right through it. You're a terrible liar.
But terrible liar, maybe, but my magic is not terrible.
Still a terrible liar.
Also, you didn't leave bugs in my room, did you?
Do you want bugs in your room?
No. Also, my door is locked. How did you get into my room?
That is a mystery now, isn't it?
How's Kung Fu get anywhere?
He just opened a window and Gecko crawled around the house to the other window.
I mean, that's really how I imagine him doing things.
It's not even magic, it's just sticky
Gecko.
fingers against the side and just going
I
up.
mean, if all else fails, he turns into an ant. Oscar turns into an ant with him, and then he pops up on the other side.
Well, it
probably
seems
after a little
like
bit.
everyone's been semi-productive.
It's learned quite a bit in that library. Speaking of, actually, Azure Claw, I hope I can perhaps bother you for a moment.
What need?
Well, you seem quite adept at messing around with all these gems and stones. I don't suppose you have any rubies on you.
Please.
One second.
Just holding up one feather as he digs through his bag of rocks.
If he says yes, Kuhn's going to be disappointed that he just bought a bunch of ruby dust off of somebody else.
Always go to your gem cutter first.
Yeah, always go to your gem cutter first.
And after like sticking my beak in a bag and rummaging around a little bit, let out a disappointed noise and just pull out one piece of jewelry. No ruby. Would this help?
I'm afraid not. But if I can get my hands on some rubies, would you be able to grind them into a powder for me?
Seems like waste, but yes. Would this help buy ruby powder or ruby?
I'm sure it would, but I've got plenty of money for that, I assure you.
I was able to get ruby dust at the store. I'll point in the general direction of the store where I bought all my crap.
Oh, there's a store that sells components in town.
Yes.
You'll have to show me tomorrow.
Me too.
Okay. Very pleasant. Don't touch the plant.
Why would I touch a plant?
Which plant?
Raven just had an O moment.
I
forgot what plant, and then I remembered what plant.
Avoid touching any plant I see in that shop.
Feed me,
Also-
Seymour.
Also, do not sing in the shop.
Why would you sing in the shop?
I don't know. Why wouldn't you?
I'm not going to dignify that with an answer.
The warnings are appreciated.
I need.
Well, if there's nothing pressing that anyone has to discuss, I'm gonna perhaps go have a bit of a wash before dinner.
No, I'm going to eventually consume some dinner and probably retire for the evening. I have work to do.
Right. Okay, well, I'm gonna head up to my room. If anyone sees Etrin or Chantra come back, just let them know I'm up there.
Boy toy.
I'm sorry.
Have fun.
I will, thank you.
You said, boy, boy.
And almost like that, Etrin comes like stumbling
Hey!
into the tavern with like a very, like his skin paler than normal, like a very panicked look on his face. Oh, good. You're here.
Hi.
Something happened. I'm told it's not good.
You're pregnant.
No. The little one, Chantra. She went into a house, and I'm hearing it's bad. As in, people die who go in there.
Oh no.
Isn't she like part dead or something? I can't remember.
Why would she wander into a
No.
random house? That doesn't seem very smart.
She said it looked interesting and ran off before I could stop her.
I
She
wasn't
ran-
even interesting.
Faster than you.
She's deceptively fast.
But you know which house.
Yes, we were right out in front of it. Rather bored looking house, if I may say so. Dilapidated, falling apart. Doesn't look like anybody's been living there for years now. But one of the locals stopped me from going in there after her, saying that it was cursed. So I figured before heading on in, I may get the rest of you, seeing as some of us are already foremost experts on curses.
Not intentionally. Go on. Side eyes. Yeah.
There's a very knowing grin on her face. I did promise her that I would try to help protect her, so I suppose we should go retrieve her. The bath will have to wait, unfortunately.
You're fine.
Wouldn't we
You
just
smell
wait
fine.
for her to find her way out? You either survive or you don't. It's the way the world works.
Well, you know, Nolani, if you have friends, they can help increase your odds of survival.
Or get you killed.
Or get
Yeah.
killed in some cases, yes. But so
also
far,
true.
our track record is pretty good.
Is it though?
Yeah, because we don't go wandering into houses that could kill us.
Well, Chantra is part of this group, and she just did, so perhaps we, as a whole, do wander into houses that can get us killed. And actually, it's not our first time wandering into a haunted house.
House is
Aw,
one
memories.
Dug under fence that got me killed.
There is that as well.
I mean, technically, you were irresponsible not watching over her and letting her go into a house that apparently gets people killed.
It's also very irresponsible of her just to wander into random houses because they look interesting.
Also,
Sounds like this might be a good point for her to learn a lesson.
Well, I
Little
think
column
that
A, column B.
Or
the
die.
world is still fairly new to her. I think she's been in that cave with the aboleth for a long time.
Well, if we're going to do this, perhaps you four should go get the lanterns I left on your bed.
Lantern? Oh, the gift
I
you
have-
mentioned.
A lantern. Why would I need another one?
This is better.
Light attracts enemies. We don't want to give away our position.
Or perhaps
This
we
is
do.
better.
Well, I'll certainly go retrieve it. Thank you for the gift, Kunkaval. Yeah, I'll be right back. And I'm gonna rush off to my room.
All right. So as you rush off to your room,
No.
you open the door and you see the lantern laying on your bed next to a box that seems to be constantly moving, and there are a bunch of audible squeaks coming from it. As you can see that one of the panels on the box is starting to be like pushed against, as you can hear scraping noises as if like the mice are trying to eat through the wood.
Okay. I will close the door to my room and approach the box and see if I can just very gingerly open it a crack to see inside.
You open it a crack and you almost instantly have to shut it, because as the moment light hits that, the mice begin to try to rush the lip of the box, and you shut it. With that quick glance and like latching the box back down, there's probably about 30 mice in that box.
It's just like a shoebox.
I'm picturing like almost a wooden milk crate type thing with a lid. Well, perhaps next time I should tell him just a couple mice. How do I retrieve some of these without letting loose a horde of mice?
You also know that, or you can guess that box isn't going to last much longer as a prison for these mice.
You know what? We're going to solve this problem outside. I'm going to just scoop up the whole box,
Okay.
tuck it underneath my arm, grab the lantern that's sitting beside it, and head back down to the group.
All right. And as Mina comes down, you could all just hear the audible scratching and squeaking of now what seem to be panicked mice inside the box.
Too bad none of the magic users got mending.
As far as you know.
I see you got the mice that I asked for.
Yes.
That's quite a few in there.
You said get mice. I got mice.
I appreciate your enthusiasm. I will supply you with particular numbers next time.
Hmm.
I would like to retrieve some out of this box, but I'm going to do it outside, just in case.
Why don't you just bring them for a snack?
Well, because it's quite cumbersome to carry this box around. Otherwise, I would certainly keep all of them with me at all times.
They're quite good if you roast them.
That's true.
Hmm.
I've had roasted mouse and rat and
Maybe-
squirrel before.
We could just, kill them and then store them in the kitchen and then come back and cook them.
But I don't think this box is going to last very long, unfortunately. So
Oh, good. Get your glaive out. We can play whack-a-mice.
I think we have more pressing matters to attend to, unfortunately.
They're spoil Nalani's fun then.
Well, if you want to come outside when I attempt to retrieve some of them and pick off any runners, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, I think I will. Why not?
Did anybody else go and retrieve the lanterns?
Yurko
Yes.
asked if it's magical.
Is it
Yes.
magical?
Magic accepted here. Plus, permit.
That's what I was waiting for, is permit.
I knew it was coming.
What does it do?
I'll reach both hands up like this, like uppies, to Mia, but at the lantern she's holding.
Well, hand it over.
So it's a hooded lantern, and you open up the hood, and it gives a directed, focused, well, semi-focused beam of light. And then if you remove that sleeve, it works like a normal lantern. So hood on, no light, hood off, focus light, sleeve off, full blown lantern light.
Quite
It
handy.
doesn't go out.
That falls under the category of neat.
That
How
seems
did
actually
you
very useful.
affix the light in there? Did you bind it to the lantern itself, or?
No. Stone. Inserted into lantern. Stone emitting light.
Quite handy. I don't suppose you could make a little modification for me.
Not right now.
Well, it would
Have to say friend.
right. I mean, while I'm dealing with these mice, perhaps if you could just
Mhm.
take the source of light from this very lovely lantern, and put it inside of my own. And she taps the lantern that hangs off of her hip. Sentimental value this one has.
Start doing it.
Okay.
Kimmick, while I try and catch some ingredients, do you mind grabbing the lantern for me from our room?
Sure. They'll go up and retrieve the lantern from our room.
I'm going out to catch mice.
Gotta
So I'm
catch
gonna
us some dinner.
take that box of mice out just into the middle of the road outside, and do my best to open it just enough to reach my hand in, which my hand is probably bigger, much bigger than a mouse. Mice are not large creatures. And just try and grab like one at a time and shove them into the cage that I have with my other two mice until I think that cage can only hold like 5 mice.
All right.
So
Can I get a dexterity check?
One sec. Knowing that Nalani's going out to help catch stray mice, Coon reaches back behind him into his backpack where he's got 2 butterfly nets.
Takes the fun out of it.
And he hands them to Nalani like, one in one hand, one in the other. So she's now dual wielding butterfly nets.
Sure, let's do this. And I'm more prepared to catch any runners that come out of that box that she's reaching in.
Dexterity check, you said, right?
Dexterity check.
All right, that is an 18 on the die for 21.
Nice. Can you give me a d6 roll?
That is going to be a 4.
This is probably the fastest your hands have ever moved. As you're able to, as you that box opens, they just begin to pour out, running in every direction. But you're able to snatch 7 of them.
Nice.
Hey,
I had a way to help just in case if they needed more.
the little cage that I have that I had made like however long ago it was has 2 mice in it. Am I able to fit those 7 in there as well without risk of them cannibalizing themselves? Or...
It's gonna be a tight fit putting all 7 in there. You could probably fit 4 out of the 7 in there before Fight Club starts to happen.
Okay, so I'll put 4 of them in there then.
Okay, and what are you gonna do with the other 3?
I'm gonna wait until Nalani isn't looking over at me, and then I'm just gonna release them.
Okay. Nalani, with the rats escaping all around you, since you are dual wielding these butterfly nets, can I get a dex check with advantage?
Okay. I have a way to help just in case.
Are you fucking kidding me? I rolled 2 different dice. I got the same number each time.
So
I'm not good with butterfly nuts.
your excitement of like all these rats scurrying about, you bring these down full force onto the ground, and there's just this audible snap as you break both nets, and the rats just scamper off.
I knew the nets were a bad idea.
You have mending, right? It's fine.
Fine. The rats broke them. It wasn't me. It's fine.
I cast sleep. If sleep wasn't to do anything, it's to take out a horde of rats.
Go ahead and give me bring up sleep and give me those rolls.
Let's see here.
I'll see if this works before I contribute.
I feel like Nalani's standing there looking at the broken nets like, what the fudge? Why are these things such pieces of crap? We have to get Kukuval better nets.
Yeah.
Maybe something made out of metal. Yeah.
I thought I had it where I could go from the D&D or DVD sheet and it posts and roll 20. I thought I had an extension for that, but apparently it has lapsed or something.
So finicky too.
You
They
just have to
update
update
BTT all the time. Yeah.
You just have to update the extension and it'll fix it.
Okay, give me 5d8.
Seven. 26 HP.
26 HP. So within the area, okay, where do you focus this point at?
Centered on the box.
Centered on the box.
It should be the lowest HP creatures go to sleep first. So
there's
should be all the mice.
There's a bit of a poof as this small like glimmer of dust emanates 20 feet out in all directions from the box. Mia, the mice that were in your cage fall dead asleep, along with the 3 that are still in your hand, and then 19 more mice along the street just pass out.
All these mice.
So out of like this, out of about the 30-ish mice, 26 of them are still within your area. The other ones have scurried off to freedom.
Well, that's quite handy.
Takes the fun out of it.
Well, now we can put them back in the box.
Now we're gonna start collecting mice.
You do know that, or looking at the box, you know that putting the remaining mice back in the box is not going to house them. It's not going to hold them. They'll break through within an hour.
Yeah, like I was planning on keeping them alive.
Chemical could walk
This is
up with
dinner.
their bag of holding.
I mean, that would do it.
I'm gonna start dropping mice in their bag because she's and then in their bags they're holding them out.
Okay, add 22 mice to the bag of holding.
I thought you couldn't put living things in a bag of holding.
Oh, they're not living anymore.
I don't care if they're living or not. That's dinner.
Oh, they're dead. Okay, that works. Yeah.
As soon as they cross that threshold, there.
That's why I was saying. That's what I was saying before. They're like, oh, they have to be dead, and I'm like, I still stand by my statement.
Yeah.
Put them in the bag.
I'm still gonna take those 3 that I'm holding that are asleep and just like go around the back of the inn and just gingerly place them on the ground and come back out front.
No one's under the impression that was 3 that Mia wanted, so she's only concerned about the ones on the ground.
You live out in the wild for a long, long time. You get what you get.
Food is food.
Food is food.
I mean, if you bread them and fry them, is that like popcorn chicken?
Technically, yes.
You know what? Just put them back in the box. That way they're all at least in one area, and then we'll stuff box in there.
That's fine.
Box will still have a purpose.
I wonder.
We don't need to do Schrodinger's box. We know those.
No.
Yeah.
We know.
All right. So you have 20 some odd dead rats now in your bag of holding.
Yeah. This is just rations. Rations.
That's okay. I'll be cooking them up while you do your project tonight.
Etrin sort of walks out of the tavern. Now that we have dealt with the mice problem, I think it would be prudent to begin our search for our lost friend.
Agreed. If you could lead the way.
Kind of looks around, hoping that the rest of the group is there.
Oh, that reminds me. Here you go.
Thank you.
Hands them a lantern.
And I would have grabbed my lantern as well in all this.
Okay. So he leads you about 2 blocks from the tavern to this, again, very dilapidated, broken down looking house. The outside of it, you're not sure if it was supposed to be like this or something changed it, but it's just from foundation to roof tip, it's just black. Just very droll, lacking color. The plants around the outside of the property are dry and dead. The wrought iron fence that is supposed to be encircling is broken in places, jagged, rusted. The front door itself seems to be hanging open off of its hinge. A very unwelcoming feel to the entire area. Etrin sort of looks at it and looks back to you. This is where she ran in.
Now, what could possibly be alluring to her about this place?
She said that she likes to explore spooky places. I have to give it to her. This place does look rather, well, spooky.
That sort of curiosity will get her in trouble, however, clearly, as is the case right now. You said someone stopped you from running in there. Did they give you any relevant information about it other than, it's cursed?
Just that anyone who's ever come in has never been seen from again. Or anybody who's gone in has never been seen from again.
Flap, flap, flap. Walk up next to Etrin. I have a key. Oh, not sure we need it. Looking at the door.
The key to this house.
Why do you have a key? That's not an answer.
Found in my pocket. When walked by, started ringing.
And Kukaval, you know that you, like, I don't know if you want to share the information with the rest of the group, but you do know that you own this house.
I think it's mine.
You have a shitty house.
I suppose if you found the key, then it is yours now. But the key, I mean, not the house. There's usually paperwork that goes with that.
No, have key, house mine.
Well,
if nobody's-
that's logic right there.
If nobody's gonna stop you, then clearly the townsfolk don't want this place.
Rather friend not die in my new house.
Or any house.
Is no one concerned that
That
you have
too.
a key to this place?
I'm quite concerned about a lot of things that Kunkaval does, but I trust him to mediate himself, let's say. Well, shall we go retrieve Chandra then?
Might as well. Here we go.
All right. So before everyone takes their first steps into over the threshold, let's go ahead and take a quick break here so we can freshen up our drinks, stretch our legs, and all that fun stuff. And we will be back in about 5 minutes.
Yay.
All right, we are back.
That looks delicious. I'm 100% buying it.
We are out of
You're
time.
out of time.
We can't sing anymore. TOS. Not TOS, but stupid freaking.
I have an orange creamsicle one.
Wait, there's orange cream
There's
red
an orange
vines?
creamsicle one.
They're
Orange
not
creamsicle
red vines, they're
Twizzlers.
Twizzlers.
Oh, Twizzlers makes
Mead.
sense.
Oh my god. Whatever link you sent, Gilly, I want. Gimme.
Yeah, same here.
Raven sent it to me. Just post it
Just
out.
send in the whole Destiny Forge group.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just drop it
seriously.
there.
Please.
What have I done?
Yeah,
What
the
have I
second
done?
one is literally orange creamsicle.
Feed
You
the gamer
cannot
snack.
you cannot share orange cream anything and not share it to everybody. That's
Feed the
a
gamer.
rule.
Something, Raven.
I'm a bad influence.
Now I have to buy
I
2
admit.
packs.
Yeah.
So, back in the world of standing outside of a house that doesn't have orange creamsicle Twizzlers in it.
Why not?
If this is my keep, it will.
Give it time, Rojan. We're going to find a way to get orange creamsicles in here.
Yep.
I mean,
We need
you're
it.
the chef of the group, so if anyone can do it, it's you.
Yep.
I mean, we needed it at Fort Zale.
They're filled with
It
cream.
carried over.
So, you are standing a few feet away from the landing of the porch towards the front door of the house. And from the inside, you begin to hear what sounds like shuffling and dragging of something heavy. Every now and then, a thump. And then whispers. Why does no one remember me? Where have they all gone? Do not worry, little one. You will not be forgotten. And then more dragging and thumping, echoing outside the door.
Well, ladies first.
Are you suggesting Nalani goes first or I go first?
I just walk through the door.
What do you think?
Before I
Nalani.
head it.
Obviously, she's your responsibility.
We'll go together.
All right.
I mean, you're the one who wants to go save her.
All 7 of you go shoulder by shoulder into a single person door frame.
Yes.
It's Nalani and Kimber just like
We're pulling
Just-
an R. Kelly.
Just a 3 stooge that stuff.
With
I-
ours combined.
let's just Zoidberg this.
With our
That's
powers
statement.
combined, we'll make a bigger
Mess.
doorway.
After that statement, Nalani actually is not going to let me go first. She will go in front.
Okay.
But I'm going to activate my Rite of the Dawn first, so I have a light on the weapon.
Okay.
Girl.
And I'm gonna open the hood on my lantern, so I've got some light on my person as well. And I'm gonna be right behind Nalani going in.
Now, are you focusing the lantern to just have a forward light or like a full 360?
Full 360, but I'm only opening it like halfway, so it's not like a blinding light for anyone
Okay.
looking at me.
So
it's just like a nice
it's like
ambient light.
Dim light.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Well, I have bright light out to 20 feet, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody look directly at that weapon, or you're just gonna go blind.
Yeah.
It's like
As I walk in, my
little did we
eyes
know,
glowing.
you know, Nalani had halogen lights installed onto her sword.
What is like the trucks that have those big
The big,
light
yeah, the,
Light
the,
bars.
the
Yep.
light bars,
Light
yep.
bars.
And for some reason, it has a high beam setting,
Yep.
and it's like
It's-
8 o'clock
it's
at night,
always set
and
right.
it's like 8
Right
o'clock at
behind
night in California, where you don't need high beams.
Yep.
Oh, we need high beams up here, but the problem is they blind the crap out of everyone.
Facts.
It's just your night vision does not comprehend the bright light suddenly coming at you.
Set up perfect level for any car to have
Yep.
it directly in the rearview mirror.
Yes, and the side mirrors if you're angled right.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a higher chance of running into those the closer to a stadium you get.
Yep.
I'm not bitter.
No. Not bothered by this at all.
No, not at all.
I'm not light sensitive.
No.
Yep. Get right behind me, yeah.
All right.
Oh, I'm gonna take my damage for the Ride of the Dawn.
So yeah,
Up the wall.
This is an important question. I need the marching order.
I'll go first.
Unless
Al went in first.
I already did.
Okay.
I went in first.
You guys were arguing who's going first. I said, fuck you.
All right, so Alistair, Nalani. Who's behind Nalani?
I am.
Mia. Who's behind Mia?
Me.
Kemek.
I'm trying to go for the ceiling.
I'm apparently the rear guard.
Kitties.
Okay. So when Alistair, Nalani, Mia, and Kemek walk into the house. Actually, I'll do better. Give me a moment. Do I have everyone's tokens? I have everyone's. I have everyone's.
Do you know?
Oh god damn it! I should have activated my shield before we came here.
Hope you put on your
You can do it now. We're not in combat.
Oh, well, I can, but then I need to take a minute to heal myself afterwards as well.
Oh, well, guess what? Shield. Or not shield, mage armor.
Because fuck you.
Because squishy.
So, as the first half of the group walks into the house, you're met with a very putrid and rotten smell. It's almost as there's decaying meat and filth just covering every inch of the walls. The wallpaper that what looks like what used to be something very beautiful is left peeling in some places and in dry crumples on the floor in others. The stone tile underneath your feet is wet and broken. You can see the wood banisters along the stairwell are splintered and have been years without care. The smell of even rotten wood seems to just drift all throughout this house. As Kunkaval enters, the key gives off a very deafening hum, almost to the point that it's shaking your bag at the moment. And as the final members of your group enter in, the door seems to upright itself and slam behind you. And there's a very audible locking noise.
This side.
Up on the second floor, walking near the banisters, you can see this strange disfigured like creature. Its skin this bluish green, a very oblong elongated neck broken in several places, multiple faces sort of popping out at various heights along the neck with one central face. Its body kind of swaying and shambling, almost as if it's having trouble keeping itself upright. And you notice a dirty boot in its hand, a leg secured to said boot, in a very dark blue-like color, shredded in areas from either combat or months of continued wear. But it continues just to walk along until it vanishes off to the left out of your point of view. See if I can't bring this up for just a moment so you can see what this thing looks like.
Still haven't swapped out our tokens. Tisk tisk.
What do you mean? Your
Those
tokens
are the old ones, not the
They're the old ones.
non-oblong ones.
No, I have the non-oblong ones. Jesus.
He's like, I have no
Sorry,
idea what
the
you're talking
internal
about.
artist is screaming.
I'm OCD.
Yeah, I could tell. Does this work? Or is this the same ones?
Hey,
That's right.
No, that's right.
They look the same to me.
Hello, Evie.
Except there
Nope.
are two.
No, they look
Eurocos.
different.
But I'm not here.
It's not stretched.
Oh yeah,
Evie,
Alice
can
is
you
missing. There's
please
two
not-
Eurocos.
Don't eat the wires.
No, I must. Wires are nummy.
Like, give me attention.
Electricity.
Yeah, where the hell is
We brought in two Eurocos and minus an Alistair.
where is Owl?
Hi, here.
Let me find another map that Owl may have been on. There he is.
This music's creepy. I love it.
So, as I was trying to do
Ew.
previously, that's what it looks like.
No, thank you.
No,
Oh no, no.
No.
I tap it.
Is that from Toma Beast 3?
Yep. That is
No!
that is Toma Beast 3. It's got some very twisted looking creatures. I love it.
You share that?
Yeah, I can share it.
Cool.
Like I'll give everyone compendium access to the book.
Cool.
Oh, that thing.
Totally not thinking for Mass Effect. Whatever.
No, not at all.
I mean, it does look like something the Turians would cook up.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I think you mean Solarians. They're the ones that do the genetics.
Yeah, but their genetics
mean
tend to
vampire.
work.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
fair.
they make stuff.
Ooh.
The Turians just implement it.
I mean, you want sketchy genetics? Go talk to the humans.
There you go.
Eh.
We all nod like
Yeah.
Fair point.
But the creature seems to just walk on by, not even paying any of you attention. And you're quite certain one of the faces on the side of its neck kind of made eye contact with you before leaving.
Which direction did it go?
I was just gonna ask.
It
Where
went
did we get
it went towards this direction.
up the stairs?
Yeah, this is yeah, so it would technically be upstairs. So if you go to the upper section of it, because you'll see the upstairs map above it, it went like
Yes.
this way.
Got it.
Is that like a balcony-ish?
Doing this now.
Overlooking.
Yeah, there's like a little banister there on the second floor that kind of overlooks
Okay.
from the second floor.
Okay, that's what I was kind of thinking. I was thinking, okay, stairs, a little bit above it, kind of overlooking everything. Going that. Okay, that's what I'm thinking.
I see the master has finally come home. A little one, strange.
Which
Not-
one?
Not one I expected to find the key, but nonetheless, you brought friends. And friends are what is going to determine if you live or die. If the others in the house live or die. Little master, I but require a sacrifice. Half of your total numbers, and the other half are free to go.
Kamek leans forward to Mia, kind of gets her attention so she can lean down. She's like, remember what I said a moment ago about friends get you killed? Leans back.
I can't really argue with that right now, can't I?
From the 8 of you, there are also 2 others in the house, meaning I only need 5 of you dead. You may politely discuss amongst yourselves on who would be willing to give up their lives. Oh, and do keep an eye out for the bride. Your deaths by her hands do not count as sacrifices.
Kamek is going to slowly turn to Kunkavol and go, you didn't think to research that key at all that you just picked up?
How would
This is
one
why-
research a key?
Give me the key.
And this is why we don't run into strange houses.
You said you need 5 of our company dead?
5 of the beings in this house, yes. I don't know if the little one that recently entered is part of your group, but I do know that the one that was here before the rest of you was a member of the other group. And before the little one entered in, they were about to be freed. So saying that you have a rather upset member of your party would be an understatement.
Would you accept 6 deaths?
That seems to be counterintuitive to your survival. I'm being nice in offering you freedom at the sacrifice of, well, 5 of your mortal lives. I need members to join my family. And, well, not many have come in here, so I'm a bit open to whoever joins.
But 5 of our company, any 5 of our company die, and you are satisfied?
The Dragonborn, the Goliath, the strange little human with wings, the pretty elf, the goblin, the raven folk, the human with the strange mask, your little reptilian body, the former property manager, I guess, or that strange little fish girl that wandered in. Any of those totaling 5 would do.
Are we seriously letting the gecko folk just negotiate this? I'm okay just, sacrificing them. Seeing the 3 faces. Multiple.
Oh. We must discuss. Also,
Discuss all you want, dear.
what
There's no time
is
limit.
this bride?
Oh, the bride came with the house. I'm not really sure, but she does seem to do a bit of cleanup of anyone trying to break the rules and escape on their own. Oh, dinner will be served in an hour. Do not worry. I wouldn't want you to expire before you decided who has to die and who gets to live.
Really? Nobody? Nobody. This is why I don't travel in groups.
Processing. Alistair just looks at Kung Fu and he's like, Kun, if any one of us die before you, I'm gonna kill you first.
Not my fault.
No, I think this would be Mia's fault for dragging us in here.
I didn't force you to come along,
You wanted to save your friend.
and you agreed.
You know what? They said there's no time limit. Give me the key, please. I just need it for a few minutes.
I'll hand her the key, or them the key.
I am going to sit and hold this key, close my eyes, and ritually cast Read Object.
It's a key.
Well, I know that. Thank you. There's a bit more to it, and I dropped it. Thank you.
That's all you get. It's a key.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. It's a key, Mario.
So I get to choose these, right? Or is it all of these?
It's all of them.
Okay. So the visual image of the last creature to handle this item, Kunkaval. The impression of the emotional state of the last creature that used this item. Kunkaval, what's your emotional state at the moment?
I did not use it.
As far as you know.
As far as you know.
You interacted with it.
You, John.
Thank you. And turmoil. And disappointment that she actually specified the creatures as opposed to allowing me to loophole and kill 5 mice.
The item is not a weapon, so nobody's been killed by it. A visual image of the item's owner or crafter. You see a well-distinguished dwarven gentleman. From the way that he's dressed, it's maybe about 100 years prior. The information on the item's historical significance. It's a key that has opened the front door of this house since its construction. Aside from that, there is nothing special about this key.
Has it? Can I see multiple owners throughout the last 100 years? As far as like its usage in this place,
It seems like it's only been this dwarven gentleman before falling into Kunkaval's possession.
does it show where the key was last left before it was picked by Kunkaval?
It doesn't.
Well, take this the wrong way if you want, but you kind of defiled my information.
Sorry.
Here. I suppose I could be a weirdo and just start touching random things in here, but not sure we really have the time for that.
What is it that you've told me several times about touching random things?
I am touching certain objects. You are touching unstable, very blatantly obvious unstable objects.
Object is an object.
Besides, I was smart. I saw it didn't do anything to him. You didn't see what the crystal did to others.
Didn't do anything to its owner. It may have done something to you. We don't know.
This is why I do this research. But it's fine. It looks like the key itself is maybe 100 years old. Saw the previous owner. That's about it. Not much. Don't even know if the previous owner is alive. Its kind can live that long, but don't know if they're still alive or live here or a part of this house. If you see a dwarf, let me know.
Why is sacrifice required in the first place?
Because I need bodies to make my family. The living are of no use to me, of no interest to me.
I thought she walked away for whatever reason.
Me too.
Who?
I think it's
Is
just
this-
a voice.
It's just a voice.
Just
Oh,
standing
it's
there.
just a voice.
It's just it's
Oh.
pretty much a voice echoing off the walls. There's
I thought it was like we
That
saw
is
a creature
No.
that was at the top of the stairs. Like, okay, that makes way more sense now.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just like, oh shit, they're still here.
What if we got other bodies?
well then if other bodies were to join the house, the number of required sacrifices would definitely go up. As
Maybe
I'm
catch on.
going to require half of all total bodies. Currently living, that is.
Kunkable,
Remember what
whatever
they
you're
said
thinking,
earlier.
stop.
Yeah. Remember earlier, they basically said the count went up because of us entering. I don't see why we don't just take care of this problem already.
They got a point.
That's just me. Because I don't know about you, but at least me and Alani aren't going to go down without a fight. That includes any of you trying to kill us.
Not intending to die.
Not intending for any of you to die either.
Yet you're sitting there contemplating about sacrifice. You've already asked this like 2-3 times.
Not sacrifice you.
No, you've contemplated the question,
Yes.
which means that you're thinking about sacrificing.
No.
Thinking about the
Not
options,
you.
I imagine.
I'm not Ash. I'm not Ash. I'm not. This is hard.
When you have to
voice.
change characters.
This is hard.
This voice said that there was somebody else here other than Chantra. Perhaps it could benefit us to seek out this person and see what they know.
From the sounds of what the voice was saying, that person was planning on killing Santra to get out.
Still worth talking to them.
Well, it's either
And
kill or
if
be killed.
they try and sacrifice one of us, I have no problem, shoving my sword through their throat.
At least if we go find them, we might be able to investigate where the source of this is coming from.
Mm,
Kill the source, kill the problem.
that's my thought exactly.
Get more information. Yes.
Now you want information.
Which is what I was
Was
trying
try to get information in the first place.
Well, they didn't say we weren't free to wander, so shall we then?
Keep an eye out for this bride.
Yes, and preferably let's see if we can get this done before dinner time. Because I have a feeling that whatever their dinner is not something we're going to want to eat.
Are
I
we
would not
dinner?
recommend eating it. That's a
I
good
have
question.
bugs.
When
not
goblins can
wander
resort
off.
to cannibalism.
Do not wander off on your own.
Goblins.
Goblins? What's a little raven folk meat? Come on. What's a foot of
And
a
as
human?
as you begin to formulate a plan, Chantra comes bursting out of the side room right here, and almost instantly like after noticing you throwing herself and like wrapping her arms around Nolani's hips. And a few moments later, a gentleman, completely disheveled, clothes torn, reeking of filth, comes stumbling out of the same room, a large gash running from like his cheek down to his neck, though it looks like the bleeding has stopped recently. Though he looks ragged, almost as if he hasn't slept for days.
Knock him down to the floor.
Are you going to attempt to attack him?
Yes.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
Okie dokie.
This is like attack or like a trip. Like
More
get
like
down.
tripping, like just non-lethal. All right. Just want to
Subdue
point
him
that out.
rather than harm him.
Yeah.
That word, okay? This is why I have friends like you.
I was like, wait, attack or like restraining, grappling?
I don't know. You tell me. Let's hear. I got a 14.
14, you go. How are you trying to go to subdue him?
I just sweep the leg.
Okay.
Johnny.
you go to sweep the leg, and he like almost instinctively just kicks to and sort of leaps over you.
Oh, this asshole.
But as he lands, like you see his eyes roll back into his head and he just falls to the ground unconscious.
That was part of the plan.
Well, that's one.
Cilantras or more peel her arms off from around me because I can't do much if she's holding on to my waist.
Perhaps you should check its pulse.
Don't hurt him. He helped me. That thing saw me and tried to, well, I would assume eat me. His friend paid the price, unfortunately.
He had a friend?
He did. And then the monster dragged him off.
Ah, dinner.
Are you okay, though, Chandra?
Physically. I thought
That's good.
I thought it would be fun to investigate, and well, I didn't really actually believe that it was haunted.
Maybe next time you won't go running into strange buildings.
Well,
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that's probably on me for not adequately warning you about the dangers of this world.
I have a habit of wanting to investigate old and broken things, sunken ships and the like.
Ah, so that's probably why you're friends with me.
And what is a sunken ship if not just a broken down house in the water?
Fair point.
Potential death trap.
Perhaps- Yes, perhaps don't do it alone from now on.
No, I thought Etrin was behind me.
Yes, I thought he was as well, but he was stopped by a civilian, apparently.
Etrin sort of wandered off, looking into the room that the two of them had just come from.
See anything interesting?
Interesting, no. Disturbing, yes. This is what I believe may have just been a common room back before this house fell into such disrepair.
If we can locate the source of the voice, as Naloni said, find the source, deal with the source.
Well, maybe this man here knows more if he's not dead. Has anyone checked on him?
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Looks at Kungaval.
Your problem now.
I'll waddle on over and see if he's still alive.
Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
That would be a 19, sir.
Alive, exhausted, and injured.
When you say exhausted, do I have the sense that he actually has, like, the condition of exhaustion?
With a 19, let me see here. With a 19, you can discern that he has 5 levels of exhaustion. I'm sorry, 4 levels of
Buddy.
exhaustion. 4 levels of
Get that
exhaustion.
man a bowl of soup.
Still fuck. God.
Hey, Foob, thank you for that raid. Everyone, welcome on in.
Oh, Jeebus, hey.
Welcome on in.
Welcome, welcome.
But yeah, he is with the 19, like, and you can see, like, as dirty as he is and with like the injuries and stuff, the one thing he is not is malnourished. It seems that he's definitely been able to eat and drink to keep that part of his health maintained. Like getting pretty much the daily, like, recommended value of food and water.
Jeez. He is healthy. He is alive. But he is very tired. I think he's been here for a while.
This guy a dwarf?
Human.
Oh, okay.
Are you able to perhaps wake him up, Kunkaval, so we can speak to him?
He can sleep after.
Throw a good beetle in his mouth. And make him chew it.
Give me a medicine check. Since you're force feeding an unconscious person.
That's why.
That's
do the bird.
17.
17. Okay. You're able to get the unconscious person to choke down the good beetle. Doesn't wake him up though.
Just splash him with some water already.
As this isn't unconscious as they've lost hit points, this is unconsciousness due to exhaustion. They're pretty much asleep. Jumping over Alistair's sweep was pretty much like the last burst of energy they had.
Not asleep because of injury. Asleep because exhausted.
All right, then. Well, no dilly-dallying. So I'm going to carry this man.
Okay.
Put him over my shoulder and be like, all right, where to?
It's not pleasant when you pick him up. He reeks like death and he is moist.
Moist.
Smells like home.
Wow.
You know, I really wish that I knew some of my water spells right now. So I could just...
I have spells that make things dirtier.
We know someone that has prestidigitation?
I was just saying, every wizard in the group is just right now my kingdom for prestidigitation.
None of the wizards have the stereotypical shit. We don't have mending. We don't have message. We don't have prestidigitation. We prioritized differently. And I love that we both said, fuck the norm.
Yep.
And this is the one, seems to be the one campaign where having those spells, it would have come in use.
Oh yeah, it would have come in handy so many times by now.
I'm like, because like,
but scribe has come in handy many a time. Thank you.
So as I'm lifting it up, I get the smell, and I just say it loudly. I think he shat himself.
Well, honestly,
How
I'm
can
real
you tell?
glad she's not being asked to carry him.
Before we proceed, since this house or whatever controls this house seems to very clearly know what each of us are, since it described us as it was listing off the potential sacrifices, does anybody mind if I stretch my wings?
No, go for it.
Or did. That has been your choice to strap them.
Well, up to this point, it's been vital to hide them, so I pull the quick releases on the harness, the custom harness that I've got, and stretch out my wings.
Okay. You're definitely in an open enough room to where it's not going to be knocking off any priceless artworks or anything like that.
There isn't any in here.
I suppose we could just go room to room and see what we can find.
Yeah, I don't have anything myself that might point us in a specific direction at this particular time, so room to room might be the best option.
Ritual spell! Yes! Kunkavol is gonna sit down and ritually cast detect
Kunkavol?
magic.
Kunkavol.
Wow.
Kunkavol, I didn't know you
Wow,
had
I didn't know you had a
Wow.
ritual that controlled other characters. Damn.
Yeah,
I mean,
seriously.
time magic,
It is
man.
gimmick.
Time magic. We do wonky
This
things.
is true.
No, I'm gonna do detect magic. Since it lasts 10 minutes, might as well.
Okay. So you sit down, you ritually cast detect magic, your eyes giving off that very eerie orangish glow as you're looking around. And the door itself is beaming, the front door is beaming with magic. Everything else in here seems mundane, aside from the normal things that you see on your friends.
What's the school of magic on the door?
Time magic.
Oh, my favorite.
I'm sensing a trend here.
Yeah. Well, it's only 30 feet from me, so still should probably start walking. So, as Chemic's eyes glow an even brighter orange than normal in a darker space, Chemic just has that creepy grin that they usually have when they get interested or excited and show it in a really weird way, where Chemic's like, time magic. Let's see what else is in here. And I'll just start walking.
Okay. Are the rest of you going to follow Chemic, or are you going to Scooby-Doo this and split the gang up?
Well, Lonnie's definitely following Kimmick because they have to be, you know, Shaggy and Scooby over here.
Have to follow.
I never
was a
said
dog, thank you.
I never said which one of us was Scooby. I'm pretty sure each of us believes the other one
I'm kind of the bloodhound right now, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Yep, following suit, probably fairly close behind Nalani, but telling Chantra and Etrin to stay close to each other, not let each other out of each other's sight.
Right, we have a map to move on.
Buddy system.
You necessarily don't have to move yourselves around a map. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a group investigation roll as you begin.
I like this.
As you begin to do the walkthrough of the first floor of this house.
That's a good idea.
So let's go ahead and get everybody's get everybody to give us an investigation roll.
I love investigating.
Oh, it's what I do. It's what I do.
I hate investigating.
Oh no.
I didn't even roll it. What are you?
All right. Yuriko, what'd you get? You're muted.
Let's see. Investigation. I don't think I have an intelligence bonus. I'm just double checking. Oh, I do have an intelligence bonus. So that's an 11.
Nice. Mia?
23.
Nalani?
18.
Al? Alistair?
I got a 6.
Azure Claw?
17.
Kunkaval?
16.
And Kemek.
23.
Okay. There's definitely enough successes. So going through this house room by room, starting with the left one, you enter into pretty much the cleanest room in the bottom floor, which is a dining room. Aside from a few piles of debris here and there, and a broken chair and a few tears in the tablecloth, there doesn't really seem to be much filth in here. Everything seems to be presentable, I guess, but the chairs themselves look to be clean-ish, not covered in any sort of decay or filth. The candelabras that are on the table themselves seem to have halfway burned candles on them, almost as if they were recently used. Heading off into the north, you come into a small hallway that leads into a small pantry room, like pantry room or study. There's a fireplace in there, a few tables, boxes, but nothing looks to be of use. Everything seems to be in that random state of decay. Any papers that you find in this room or any of the other rooms are so old and frail that they pretty much crumble at a touch. The ink is so faded that the words are not able to be discerned. The two other rooms in here, in this hallway, are bedrooms, small quarters and everything. You assume this may have been servants' quarters to whomever the owner of the house was. And then there's a staircase leading up to the second floor. Coming back out through the dining room and into the front of the house, you go to the right and into a common room. Two torn up lounge chairs sitting near a long dead fireplace, a broken down and shattered piano on one wall, and then that leads into another room that seems to be an even grander study, much to the misery of the book nerds in this group. The shelves in this room are bare. There seems to be a pile of pages and notebooks on a burned section of the floor. Much like the rest of the papers that you've recently found, nothing can be discerned from them. Lost to either the passage of time or to the flames themselves. The door of this room leading back out into the main foyer, with now your only options being the large double staircase in front of you or the stairs back in the servants' quarters. But as you begin to decide what is going to happen here. A very loud grandfather clock seems to echo throughout the house, and that strange voice emanates from the walls once again. All right, dearies. Well, you haven't killed each other yet, to my disappointment, but dinner is served to your fill. And the door to the dining room opens up once again, but this time you can see that it's very well lit, and the smell of freshly cooked food seems to be emanating from it. And almost instantly, the smell of food awakens the man in Alistair's arms as he begins to fight, trying to get out of his arms and into that room.
I drop him.
All right, and you drop him, and he kind of lands awkwardly on his side, not even paying attention, or he scurries to his feet and just bolts into that room.
That's not concerning at all.
Took the words right out of my mouth. That was sudden.
My theory, don't eat the food.
Wasn't planning on it.
Did mine detect magic? Which probably after a while I'd reset it because I want to see if I pick up anything. Did I pick anything up when he jolted back up?
Not from him. It seems like what woke him up was the smell of food.
Any magic coming from the dining room? Because this is concerning. This food ain't right. No one eat the food.
Yes. There is a school of magic coming from there. Does the spell tell you what school of magic it is if you've never experienced it before?
It just flat out says it tells you the school of magic. It doesn't tell you what the spell is, it just says the school of magic.
This is a school that you yourself haven't really come across of much in your travels, but it's meta creativity.
I'm so sad.
A school of magic that allows the creation of something from nothing.
Ooh, this is some FMA bullshit. Okay. They're gonna go. They're gonna look over at Mia and go, oh shit. I almost went metamorphic magic. Meta creative, you said?
Meta creativity. So pretty much what it does is you're allowed to take one thing and turn it into another, or in higher spell levels of it, create something out of nothing.
I played that class.
Yeah, right.
It's something that you normally only see like archfey or gods use.
Get snacks.
That's not a good sign.
Yeah, the chemic's gonna look at Mia and go, meta creativity magic mean anything to you?
I never dabbled in it myself. It's a bit beyond my grasp. But, I've heard of beings like a mother of hags, for instance, very powerful fae-type creatures do that sort of stuff.
Well, guess what magic is coming from that room
No.
right now? Yeah. By the way, no one eat the food. You saw how that man reacted.
Does smell quite nice, though, doesn't it?
It's a good thing we have services to help us with that.
But the man is well nourished.
That doesn't mean it's a good thing if he's being manipulated or forced, or I don't know how to describe it. That man was
there
clearly
is
exhausted.
nothing wrong with the food, dear. While I may be requiring you to kill half your numbers, I am not a inhospitable hostess. It would be rather rude of me not to feed you while you stay in my establishment.
It's a good thing we have plenty of our own food.
I don't think your food will taste as good. No outside food allowed, you see.
Good thing it comes from a magic portal, but bitch.
Oh.
No one said food had to taste good to keep you alive.
It's okay, I got mice.
Yep, we have mice. We've got plenty of mice.
We got plenty of mice to hold us over.
It's like, think of all the DMs to not antagonize.
Right?
It was just a funny moment, sorry. Right. Well, I still wouldn't. The magic alone is unsettling, considering that is a stronger form of very uncommon magic that is not of this world. Or this plane, I should say. So.
Well, I am not of your world, per se. I am connected to it, but I am not from it. Adjacent, maybe.
And where is that?
I tell you what. Kill someone and I'll let you know.
Looks at Kunkaval.
I mean, the gentleman in the other room, he's not familiar to you. And given his condition, he would be rather, well, excuse the pun, dead weight. You drop him and, well, I'll answer, say, 4 questions.
A very tempting offer, but perhaps he can answer some of our questions first. You know, before we go killing people.
Well,
I'm not saying take that off the table.
He tends to talk a lot when he's not stuffing his mouth. The boy does have an appetite a grandmother could be proud of.
Well, then let's talk to him then.
But first, could you tell us your name, if you have one? Ominous house voice?
Well, that could be one of the questions you can ask me when you kill him.
Oh, it's
Why do we
just
gotta
polite
kill?
to introduce yourself.
Don't waste the question. Don't even ask it.
It's also no guarantee it's going to tell us the truth, so.
That's why I'm asking it now, while there is no guarantees.
I'll give you my name when I believe you've earned it.
Oddly enough, that's fair.
I don't think it is, though. You see, you were quite intrusive on us when we entered and called out what we were, even though some of us were very clearly trying to hide what we were. At the least you could do is give us a name.
Well, the house told me all I needed to know about you. That wasn't anything intrusive on my end. That was just...
But you still made use of the information.
Well, of course, I am no fool.
So you and this house are separate entities, let's say, then.
Now that would be quite the question to ask after you kill him.
I think you've already given us the answer to that, though.
Have I?
That, or you just lied to us, and it was you that were being intrusive on us.
I guess you'll only find out once you kill him.
Far more important questions to ask than that.
Well, you do have 4. Or you will have anyway once that man is dead. I tell you what. do it before he mutters a word to you, and I'll make it a nice, even 6 question.
Oh, but I'm sure he could tell us so much more.
The insane ramblings of a man who hasn't slept for days versus everything I know.
Well, there's
Suit
often
yourself.
truth in insane ramblings. You just have to sift through it. That's
Yes,
all.
yes, well, you may decide while you're eating dinner, and no, it's not poison. That's me being truthful.
Is it people?
No. What kind of monster do you think I am? I would never. I would never.
Haunted house that asks.
I would
for
never serve my
sacrifices?
guests people. No, I believe today on the menu is a hearty lobster stew, a couple turkeys, meat pies, and very eloquent tray of desserts.
But what's the meat in the pie?
Priest, have a little priest.
Mystery meat.
You set me up for it.
I know I did. I know I did.
I approve of this.
People. Soylent Green is people.
I believe it's
stupid,
it's
Elise.
just cow. Nothing
Moo?
repulsive like feeding people.
I can't eat any of it.
You eat fish? Lobster's a fish.
The lobsters are basically bugs of the sea, so
That's
So
true. You
not
might have a point
wrong.
there.
True.
Lobsters are
Not
bugs of the
wrong.
sea, yes.
Quote that. Someone quote it.
They're giant sea spiders, I mean.
No, they're in the same genus as cockroach.
I was thinking scorpion, but yeah.
Fair point.
Yeah.
I can eat the lobster soup.
That reminds me. Gets the thermos. Lobster soup.
And you say lobster soup in the thermos and nothing happens.
Oh!
As you
Son of a bitch.
you feel it begin to warm up, but it doesn't fill.
Kobolds, no!
So sorry, one of the old kobolds ruined the lobster stew. They can't deliver that one.
the kobolds haven't had enough
You have-
of our shit.
You have a feeling that the time magic that's around this house is messing with anything trying to form in that thermos.
Can I counter it with my time magic, though?
You could try.
Time after time. Let's see here.
It's a good song.
I love that song. It's such a great song. You know, yeah. I'm going to test that theory.
Do it. No balls.
Ritual. Wow. First of all, I was already going to do it. Second of all, yeah, I'm going to, because wizard, ritually cast, well, I'm going to set up a tent and ritually cast my top tent.
Your Harry
My
Potter
Harry Potter tent.
your Harry Potter tent does not work.
I hate this place. Crap, I can't use half my spells.
As
then.
it seems that the house is rejecting your ability to make a little pocket house out of just a basic tent.
Well, let's
You're-
play as Chemic, and they can't do shit in this
You're a
campaign
Like-
right now.
Like you put the tent down, you cast the spell, like the spell still is cast, and you walk in, and it's just the basic tent.
I don't like it here.
You got the basic bitch
There's
tent.
no queen size bed. There's no fire pit. There's no kitchen.
Queen size.
There's nothing.
Yeah, bitch, it's king size.
You're,
You gotta fit
you're
the
2
Lottie on
feet
there.
tall. Doesn't matter.
I share it with a Goliath, okay? It's a California king because she's loud.
Mhm.
Tell me I'm wrong. It's a Goliath king, okay?
Yeah. To say,
So-
the
So
California
it
king
takes
might still be
it
short.
takes a room up by itself.
Yes.
So after Kemek goes in the tent, there's a long pause before Kemek comes out. and just looks angrily at the group. I hate this place.
Maybe you just become too reliant on the magic.
It's not that. I have other magic. Clearly, I have had magic working in here this whole time. It's just time magic doesn't work within the time magic space of another. Which technically, in a way, it could counter it. But if their magic is stronger, not much I can do.
Oh, you're useless.
Thanks. So nice to hear that I contribute nothing to this group.
Don't worry, I don't either.
Sorry. Pat
I have
gimmick.
other magic. I don't just have time magic. Why rely on one type when it could fuck you like now?
I don't know. I just work here.
That's okay, Kimmick. You still have your other uses.
Well, in the meantime, shall we chat with our human glutton?
Yes. Yes, we should.
Angrily dismantle the tent.
And proceed into the dining rooms.
You just like kicking it like, man.
So you
get in my backpack like
ball.
it's like it's not even put away nicely. There's like a stick hanging out of the backpack.
Yeah, the thing you do when you just like wrap a blanket really fast, you just do this with your arms
and you just shove it in the like
clump.
yeah.
Shove it.
Like when you're trying like you're trying to like you rush and you try to put things in a suitcase and you just roll it up in a ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chemic's pulling the Iengi.
Yep, that's exactly what's happening.
Anyway, I grabbed Boyle by the fucking shirt or
Okay,
whatever.
so by the
and flung
time
against the wall.
you walk into the room,
Fine.
this he is passed out, head down on the table, snoring loudly, like a turkey leg just like dangling in his hand, and like a bowl of like half-eaten lobster soup off to the side. But everything on the table looks fresh. It smells good.
There, pitcher of water on the table.
Multiple.
We had the same idea.
Can I just dump it on him?
I don't see why not.
Right now we're waterboarding.
He's face down.
He's face down, not up.
Yeah. For now. Give it time.
I mean, and no one's using a towel, so I mean, you know.
Say no one's using anything
So-
to cover his face.
You dump the pitcher of water on the back of his head, and he sits up with an audible gasp. He kind of just like looks at you, raises the turkey leg, and just starts eating again.
Did he just pull an ace
Yes, he did.
from One Piece? Did he just pull an ace?
Now I pull him away.
Yes, you did.
Like, listen here, you little fucker.
There is no need for that. I'm just trying to enjoy food, sir. It's the only thing that, well, keeps me alive right now.
Yeah, we see that.
So I have no idea why you have such hostility towards me. From
Maybe
the,
it's because we have a weird voice talking to us that wants us to die.
she's not with me. She wants me dead as well.
How long have you been here?
I do not know. I don't really have much of a sense of time out here. I don't know if you've looked out the windows, but there's no daylight, there's no night, there's no street. It just seems as if the house is floating in an abyss.
How many meals?
All right, I'm gonna roll for this guy since he is severely exhausted here. I've honestly lost count. But more than 10.
I have a weird question, theory, whatever. Do we know what the year is?
Yes.
Okay.
Tell us, Countermaster.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him what year is it to him.
Wait for the calendar master here, because I sort of forgot, seeing as how we haven't played in a while.
You mean you don't have all of this information written down in your notes?
Notes?
What notes?
You mean the one he pulls out of his ass?
You guys make me sad.
Oh, actually, you know what? We did change, because we changed the era.
Yeah, it's AD.
Okay.
Or AC after continuance.
Believe this is
60.
year 3.
60. No, it's 60 AC.
Oh, right, because it ended, or it changed at the end of campaign 2.
Yep.
Not
And
after
this is 60 years
Okay,
after
yes.
campaign 2. So yeah, so it's
So I
60.
believe it's 63. I believe it. Well, I don't think we went with straight 60.
You're right, because Halloween happened 3 years previous.
Yes.
Yeah, so it'd be 63 AC.
Yeah.
He looks at you and says, last I checked, it was 63 AC.
All right. So you've been here shortly. All right. Well, at least you're not from a different time period.
Not a bad question to ask, to be honest.
Now, can
Right,
you please unhand me so I can get back to my meal?
Why did you wander into this house?
It wasn't really wandering. I was the caretaker of the property.
Really was the owner at the time.
There was no owner at the time. This house has been long abandoned. In nearly 50 years by my count.
How long have you been caretaker?
Past 2.
So you've been taking out ass for 2 years, and this is the first time something strange happened?
Well, there were always creaks and moans and whispers, but that's just comes from the paranoia of being alone in a very old and, well, rustic looking house. I didn't put much thought to it, not until I showed up for work one day, and, well, he kind of just gestures around with his open hand.
Yes,
So-
the difference was you were able to come and go.
So did you let it go into such a state of disrepair, or did that happen recently?
That happened as soon as I was transferred in. Beforehand, this was a
Interesting.
very reputable looking estate, I must say. I kept the shelves free of dust, the books neatly cataloged, the linens washed and cleaned daily, in hopes that one day maybe somebody would purchase the property.
Kamek's gonna lean in really close to this human and go,
Were you the bride that came with the house?
A bride. No, she is not me, and we have no relation aside from her wanting me dead. Strange creature keeps wandering about, complaining about people who forgot her. I guess that would fall onto me as well, because I have no idea who she is. She wasn't here in the 2 years that I had been maintaining the estate. Again, she showed up as soon as, well, all this happened.
Did anything else happen around the time that this happened that was notable, weird,
I was
out of
showing
place?
the estate to a group of potential buyers. And, well, that dissolved into chaos quickly.
They were trapped here too?
Yes.
What about before? Anything weird happen in the area?
Not that I can think of. No. Hempstead has, for the most part, been a quiet town.
This bride, backtracking just for a moment. Three-faced bride?
That's the only bride I know of.
Interesting creature. Can I roll to see if I know what that creature potentially is?
Yes, go ahead and give me an Arcana roll.
I am the yin to Nani's yang. 25.
Yeah, I got the really crappy rolls, so you can get the good ones.
From what
Thank you, I appreciate
from the short amount of time that you've seen it, its features almost fit something known as a starving specter. Creatures,
A starving specter, you said?
a starving specter.
Okay. Okay.
A creature that seems to be created by centuries of being forgotten by loved ones. Almost as if their names or any history of them have been lost to time. So much so that it drives them insane as they begin to wander looking for anybody who may remember them.
Okay. So I'll go away that information. Okay.
You also know that they hunger for the vitality of the living. If you're thinking of trying to kill it, I wouldn't. We've killed her multiple times and she, well, just keeps coming back.
Would I know why they can't be killed when they say that?
That doesn't sound, for lack of a better word, natural. Being undead creatures, they should be able to be destroyed like others. There's nothing in your knowledge that would suggest that it has any or should have any ability at regeneration or resurrection.
Kimmick's gonna scoot next to Nalani real quick and be like, "You're a hunter. Have you heard of anything about starving specters?"
What do I know about starving specters?
Give me a history roll.
Do I get to do it with advantage because it's undead?
I mean, if that's what your class feature allows you to do.
I think it does.
Yes, it does.
Because you're not profane soul. You're
Ghost
is it
Puncher.
profane soul?
Ghost hunter.
Yeah,
She's Ghost Puncher.
you do have advantage on it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, this is all hunters. It doesn't matter when you recall anything about creatures. You have advantage.
Not all creatures. Mine specifically Fae Fiend are undead.
Yeah,
there
it is different depending on the subclass.
That's a 19.
A 19? Nothing in your teachings has ever suggested that these creatures have any means of regeneration, resurrection, or any sort of magic of that purpose.
I mean,
For the most part, they're undead creatures that feed off of the living. Pretty much textbook undead.
they're like any other undead. You kill them, they should die. But if it's regenerating, I wonder if it has something to do with the... You mentioned there's time magic going on here.
Yes, but these creatures also have been around for centuries. So who knows how old this creature is, but
Perhaps it is also something to do with being anchored to this place.
I mean, it's hard to gauge how old this building is, given the state of disrepair it's in.
I look to the groundskeeper.
I'm sorry.
Any idea how old this house is?
When I was hired on, it said the house was about 150 years old.
Shouldn't be long enough to anchor one of these specters. It could be whatever brought this disembodied voice in could have brought it with it. And the time magic keeps it here. Keeps it regenerating.
I would say perhaps the house itself has been forgotten, but groundskeeper kept grounds showed for sale.
You can call me Oliver, by the way.
Oliver. Don't go wrong.
Oliver, I barely know her.
I thought you were going to name him Willie.
Oliver. And there was nothing strange about the people that you were showing the property off to that stood out specifically?
No, they were just prospective buyers looking to purchase the estate.
I take it they killed each other or just expired differently.
There was a lot of infighting, but we didn't succumb to try to kill one another. We thought we could last it out, find a way to escape. Though, a few of us did try to climb out the windows. That ended in a messy fashion. Others died at the hands of the bride. And well, I was the final one remaining. The house seeing the sacrifice of our last remaining member, aside from myself, as a means of them wishing to join the family, and it was going to let me leave until you walked in.
Seems like excessively unfortunate coincidence that you were about to leave when more people arrive. House is surrounded by time magic.
If you say so.
Perhaps you were never going to be allowed to leave.
No, she was in the middle of congratulating me. And then it was interrupted.
Congratulate how?
Praising me for my strength of character to withstand so long. Not giving in to her demands and seemingly succeeding only due to the sacrifice of another.
Well then, anyone else? Because I'm ready to move on, to be honest.
You may wish to eat. Trust me when I say it's not poison. It's actually really good. It's honestly the only thing to look forward to. And you're going to need your strength, especially if you get chased.
By the bride.
Yes. By the bride. Or if one of you decides to go rogue and begin to try to kill the others.
How long did it take the bride to regenerate after you guys killed her? You said you killed her several times.
She regenerated, I had to guess, hour, 2.
And you could not make it out in the time.
She wasn't the one keeping the door shut.
I met the one that is.
I myself have not.
Hmm.
Though we're able to discern that whomever she is, she's, well, down, as he kind of like looks at the floorboards. No.
Basement?
Sub-level, perhaps.
When I was first given the initial walkthrough, there was no basement on the plans. If there was a basement, I would have been expected to clean it and keep it up to date.
Time magic, you can manipulate space.
Sounds like we need to make our own way down.
I would very much like to do that if I was able to.
If you wish to find me, just kill him, and that's one of the questions that you can ask.
Where's the front door?
The front door's right where the front door's been at.
The question.
Out of character, I was just like, "Where's your door?"
No, I think we should continue looking before making any rash decisions.
Well, suit yourself.
Mia, anything for me?
No, I mean, there's still plenty more questions to ask, but I don't think any of them are really going to get us anywhere at the moment. Not until we have more information. I think
Agreed.
I probably have the same guesses about the situation as the rest of you at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you know that you're not going to find anything in the house. That would be important as information goes. It is, well, as you can see, in a state of disrepair. Not by my doing, but mind you.
His bride.
No, not the bride either. It seems that most of the items, books mainly, don't necessarily take well to time magic.
With the wrong type of paper, it can dissolve.
I'll tell you what.
Trying to corner us.
You're looking for a way down. Looking for me. I could give you the way.
In exchange for what?
Well, I can't expect you to kill anyone. You seem all to be too pure of heart for that. So how about this? I invite you down into, well, my abode. If any of you were to pass down there, by natural or unnatural means, you understand that you become part of my family.
So in order to see you, we need to be part of your family.
No. You may come down and visit me. Just if you die, by whatever means you are willingly giving yourselves over.
Well, I don't know how willingly the dead is, but sure. What do the others think?
Oh yes, it has to be a unanimous decision, as you would be entering into, well, for all intents and purposes, a contract.
I mean, personally, I'd rather be your family while still alive, but, you know, that's just me.
I don't like the living. Too
I
many
don't like the dead.
problems. Too much
None taken.
drama. The undead are so much more loyal.
Well, that does seem like the most direct way to get to whatever is at the heart of this house.
True, but when they put it in a contract, it makes me hesitant.
I don't think it's a great idea to get into a contract with something we don't even know its name. It's asking for trouble.
A name. Names once again. You mortals and names.
You want me to call you asshole?
You know, it might not be Fae. Faes are obsessed with names. Names give them
Could be
power.
why they're not telling us.
Do not insult me. I am no Fae.
Oh, that's why I'm saying Fae is obsessed with names. You are being, not necessarily hiding your name, just the way you're going about it tells me you are not Fae.
Maybe
That's
I
just
have no name. Maybe that's been forgotten. Or that I've done away with it. As the dead have no use for names.
Who knows? It sure helped me remember.
So you are dead. Or you're saying we're dead and we have no use for your name.
I say what my preferred species to converse with is has no use for names. No use for lies, no use for tricks. Just a very straightforward and honest people, the undead.
Well, either way, I ain't
But
saying no shit, so.
if it makes you comfortable, I may not be able to tell you my name, but I can give you information as to what I am.
More information would be useful.
I don't know if any of you recognize it, but if you've ever had dealings with a Fatala in the past, that would be one of me.
Fatala?
Vatala, Vetala.
What do we need to roll?
Vatala, yeah.
Yeah.
My question exactly.
The fuck's a Vatala?
So,
I was totally hearing
Nalani,
Valhalla.
Yes.
out of everyone here, you would have most of a chance of knowing what a Vatala is.
Okay.
So you can give me a history roll with advantage.
Oh, yeah.
I like this idea.
And this is why I rolled 2 natural ones at the beginning of the episode, because that's a natural 20 for a 25.
Woo!
When it matters.
A Vatala is a demon. They normally lurk in graveyards and in battlefields where they can claim the bodies of the dead to serve as minions. Though they are very vain creatures, they sometimes make bargains to protect nearby villages, requiring villages to provide regularly sacrificed goods while it keeps it's allowed to keep the corpses of anything it kills.
Should have known better. He said contract. Demon.
I had a feeling it was going that direction with the contract mission.
That explains the meta creativity. Anything from hell, it's bound to be bad.
Well, I mean, if it's a demon, contracts are usually like a devil's thing, right? So.
Yeah, but demons can lurk in the hells.
Well, sure, if they're there for the blood war.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they also
Yeah.
can also
Corpses.
form contracts. Though the devils are normally the ones that are like, hey, you wanna sign this with your blood?
You want to be pretty forever?
So,
Sign here.
This demon's been hanging out with devils.
Well, that explains his obsession with the undead.
So,
And Lauren will share what she knows about Vitalis. I'm curious why you latched onto this house, seeing how there isn't a known graveyard. Maybe it's built over one.
Unfortunately, this was not my choice. An errant summoning brought me here. And unfortunately, the fool that summoned me didn't have a means for me to return. They wished to entrap me here.
You wish to return?
I do, but in order to do so, I require lives. As you can see why I'm requesting half of yours.
What if we could find a more amicable way to send you back so that you could seek a more beneficial contract?
I don't think that's possible, little one.
Won't know unless we go try to find a way. Have done weirder things recently, too.
You see, that's just it. You can't go. You're stuck here just as I am.
What was the type of ritual? Aside from the obvious demon summoning, but what was the ritual for? Why the summons?
He wished to bind me to his service.
You know, I was just thinking a magic circle spell would be really useful to us here. Let's add that to our list, Chemic, of scrolls to acquire.
I agree. Is there a stocky nerd in the corner? Really quick, did I give you my spell books that I purchased? Did I give you any of my spell books?
Nope. No, you were holding on to them because you have the bag of holding, so it's just easier for you to carry them.
Oh, okay, because I have all of them. I already did the time and the money to put them all in except one. So I need to give those to you later so you can do them.
That's a good question. Does our bag of holding work in here?
We haven't tried.
I mean, there's a pocket dimension within a pocket dimension sometimes, so I wouldn't see why a pocket dimension wouldn't be in this pocket dimension. It already came in as a pocket dimension, so it would make sense why that would work as opposed to me summoning a pocket dimension.
Hey man, I heard you like pocket dimension.
Yo, dog.
I mean, I don't know anything about magic. Can't you just undo whatever's binding the demon here?
Well, you know, I seem to have left my spell book with Dispel Magic in it back at home.
Back in my other wizard robes.
Right?
What if more powerful summoning, more powerful binding?
I'm not sure that's how it works.
Neither am I. Why I'm asking.
Why, you want him to bind to one of us so he can come with us? I mean, that'd be great.
Kind of like
Are you
family.
volunteering?
I mean, you want a family? Here you go.
Again,
I
that's
mean,
not how it's going to work. In order for you to be my family, you would need to be dead and then raised.
How many more bodies do you need?
I need
like
half.
No, wait. You just need just half, so you're out of here.
To go back home.
I need half.
Still doesn't answer about them getting back home.
Who says I wish to go home?
That's true. Really bad ideas, right?
Yeah.
I have really bad
Aren't
idea.
all
right
our
now.
ideas really bad?
It's Kimmick
I
when
sense
we want to do it.
something. Some of you seem to be very well versed in the fields of magic. Another
Yes.
proposal, maybe. If the three of you come down to meet with me, maybe our combined talents can free all of us from this house.
Tempting offer.
You know, it's likely not the worst thing that we'd have unleashed upon the world in the last 2 weeks.
I can
Oh,
get back.
definitely not.
I can get back to making my families. You can be free of this house. Nobody has to die.
Because
Well,
this
except
world needs
for-
more undead.
All the people that you make into your family in the future, but
Oh
suppose
no,
that's
I
beside the
do not murder anyone to make them my family. I only claim the bodies afterwards.
Plus, let's be honest, how many devils and demons travel between different planes and do it anyway? You think this is the only one that we are gonna let loose?
I mean,
And look
there
at it
is.
this way. You've piqued my interest. Do this. We're successful. And I'll owe you a favor.
There is also, just so you know, a war about
Oh,
to happen
I am
between the light
very
and dark.
well aware of the ever-growing roar. I'm aware of the undead that wander the land at nights. I am very aware of the ever-growing vampire kingdom across the sea. I wish to be out there to embrace it all, not cooped up in a house, watching scraps run about.
So, you guarantee our safety while we try to help you
My dear,
and ourselves
my dear-
leave this house.
my dear Kunkaval, is it? If you are
Who?
helping me to escape what is pretty much all of our prison, I guarantee all of your safety. Though to do that, you may all want to come down to where I am at. The bride doesn't set foot down here. And given the time, you have about 15 minutes until she starts making rounds again.
Kuhn's gonna start looking around at everyone.
I mean, worth a shot. Otherwise,
Eat
we're
the demon
literally
or
stuck
fight
here.
the bride.
Yeah, and from what we found with the bride, it's only temporary, very short, unless we want to hide and seek.
Kunkaval, if you're eating the lobster soup, it is absolutely delicious.
Openly slurping the lobster soup.
God damn it, Kunkaval.
Don't eat random food. That's not one who ate a random cookie.
Reminds me of a certain knoll.
I mean, you can't think on an empty stomach, right?
No, you can't. I mean, helping me, what do you have to lose? If it doesn't work,
Probably our lives.
if it doesn't work, we just go back to the original structure of you sacrifice half and the rest are allowed to leave.
We have your word for safety.
You have my
while
word.
Trying to help.
You have my word, Kunkaval. I nor any of my current family members down here will raise a hand at you.
Sorry, I just got distracted. Creepy cat just. Well, he did say that if it didn't work, we could go to plan A, which tells me that we are not bound into a contract with the three of us, so I say it's worth a shot.
and all go down. Do not want to stay up here to fight Bride.
Does that safety extend to returning to back up here if it fails?
Yes.
Very well.
Oliver too.
But of course, he is part of your numbers. Though, I do have questions about the elf. He hasn't moved since he's come in. Well, he did for a bit, and now he's just standing still. I'm afraid the house is having a bit of a effect on him.
I flap over to him. What's he look like?
He's just frozen in place.
I thought he was T-posing.
Yeah, Etrin's pretty much T-posing in the foyer.
Wait, he's under the constant effect of magic hitting him, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yep.
Oh, poor boy.
Etrin.exe has stopped working.
Yeah.
Oh, best.
Yeah.
Somebody put in a very weak graphics card and is now starting to run 13 games of Crisis at once.
Just
Exactly.
Oh no.
Well, yeah,
So does this mean he's gonna come out just etched in time magic?
You could see like just an ever continuing
Oh my God.
spiral of runes beginning to form on his arm.
do I hear a ticking that's getting faster?
I don't think we want to leave him here.
Yeah, when we get
Because the
out,
bride
I
will find him.
need him to come with me.
That's probably not a good idea.
Not right now.
I don't think I ever elaborated on everything that I learned about his particular curse. But I feel like with this amount of magic being pumped into him, he'll put the blast from that crystal in your bag to shame with the inevitable explosion.
Well, then I guess
but-
time is of the essence.
Get out.
But if he stays here, the bride will find him and kill him.
Well,
Can you pick him up?
if
I got an idea.
if the three of us go down, the rest of you could stay here and watch over him.
Or you can just pick him up. I mean, he isn't glued to the
That's why-
floor.
That's
No.
why I
Can
said
you
out.
put white sheet over him and be like, he's a lamppost?
He is probably volatile.
Put him in a corner though, so it looks like he's.
That's what we're
part
gonna
of
do.
the
Put him in a
decor.
corner. Put a
So
sheet
we
on him.
must-
He's a lamp because he's glowing underneath.
He must work quick.
Are you actually gonna try to disguise him as a piece of the furniture?
Yes.
Okay, you know what? Give me
Oh,
a
God.
deception roll.
I
Deception
kind of
roll.
want to help.
Okay, deception
Do
roll
it.
with advantage. Deception roll with advantage.
I need the advantage.
Wait, he's
Because
an elf.
this
Does he
is
have a
freaky.
feature that helps him hide?
Not when
Guidance.
he's T-posing.
Guidance.
Here we go.
Okay, guidance as well.
Even better. 20 on the fucking advantage. Let's go.
Okay, so that's a total of 20. That's a
Yeah,
total
just
of 20.
20 straight.
Okay,
20
plus
straight.
1d4 because you had guidance.
Oh, D4. Give me a second.
Wait.
It's going to
Why
be
is it always-
2.
Shut
that
your
a-
fucking mouth.
Okay, 22. So you take Etrin and you put him into a corner. And you take just like a discarded sheet and you wrap it around his waist. And you take just a discarded lampshade and you put it on his head. And you just walk away. And he's tucked away in a corner doing this. And the light on it from his skin is sort of illuminating the lampshade.
You know what? Chemical, make a suggestion to find maybe some discarded cloaks or towels and just put them over the arms
Sure,
to make it a little more convincing.
sure. It's now a combination lamp coat rack.
Beautiful.
And could I use a survival check to try to help in this?
Oh, it looks what you taking a look at it. If you didn't know it was Etrin, you would probably just walk by it unassuming.
Fair. All right.
Now that Pretty Boy is out of the way, shall we go and attempt something?
I love how no one questions my theory. They just let it happen. They're like, no,
We're gonna haul around the body the whole time, trying to keep on the go.
No, and it's funny because like when you pick him up, he's completely stiff.
Yeah. Now, is he like lightweight or is he like the same kind of like heavy?
He's got some heft to him. But
okay.
it's
you know the magic is getting lightweight.
Got it.
I mean, let's have the strength.
Don't at me. If we have to get out of here, I will use him.
But once you're done dressing Etrin up, a small hole forms near the base of the stairs. And you can see a small stairway beginning to form, spiraling down. Just head on down when you're ready. The sooner we get this done, the sooner we can all go home. All right. So as you descend down into this pitch black tunnel, it seems to go down for probably about 100 feet until your feet finally hit stone. And you walk down a hand-dug tunnel. You enter into just a underground cave with an altar near the back. Let me get your characters here because this is going to be minus Etrin because Etrin is deposing in the corner.
I approve.
My God, what have we done?
Wait, is it just the three of us going down, or are we all going down?
I think everyone is going down.
All going down.
I really don't think we should leave Etrin.
No, yeah.
I thought it was just the three of us.
No, they suggested everyone come down to avoid the bride.
Oh,
yeah.
And that's why Alistair hid Etrin because you mentioned concern that he was volatile.
Right.
I mean, bad idea.
If you don't want him left up there, we can drag him down with us, but we have to move him.
The bride is about to go on a hunt.
Obligated to be part of the family if we die down there, so we got that at least.
And we were all guaranteed, promised safety. I think we got about the best we could get out of this.
Well, the question is whether or not we got the best we can get to go down. It was whether or not we're bringing Etrin with us. So
I mean, he's fine. We did a great job disguising him, so he's good.
I don't think we should all be going down there.
I don't want to be left up with Bomb Boy.
Yeah, that would leave about half the party killed by the bride, and that doesn't count as sacrifice.
And or we'd be fighting the
bride. You have
while
faith
you're down
in your skills.
It's not faith in our skills. It's not wanting to split the party and have half the party fighting undead specter that regenerates.
Well, the starving specter.
So,
whatever.
You walk down into this cavern-like room. A large arcane circle burned into the earth. Around the cave, there are these strange spirits on their just like almost contempt on their faces as they stare at you. Some of them almost looking like they want to like just strangle the life from you, but being held back. The creature in the back near the altar is this large 11-foot thin demon. Very long tongue hanging out of its like ever opened mouth. Skull headdress on its top and a small wrapping around its waist.
That's hot.
It's not very Aztec vibes.
As you walk in, it sort of begins to walk towards you around the summoning circle, not making sure not to step on it. Stopping in front of Alistair. Are we ready to begin?
What would we need to do?
I was hoping with your expertise in time magic, as I saw upstairs, maybe you could suggest the means of how to channel our magical energies into disbanding this circle.
Well, a lot of misconceptions about time is just classic fast forward, rewind back, but time can be manipulated, spaces can be manipulated, energy can be manipulated. You just stretch time, not just control it. So, I don't know if you have control over the time magic in here as far as what I'm able to do or not do. I can at least help with energies.
It's the time magic as to what is binding me. It's nothing that I have control over, though. I was hoping with our combined magics we can break the circle, somehow disrupt it.
Well, you don't necessarily need time magic to expand the energy and warp it. So I think with our combined efforts, we can still try to make this happen, very much so even without time magic. It just requires a lot of energy.
Agreed.
It is possible. And I think with multiple of us, it will be easier than just with one. Not going to say it's going to be easy, but easier.
Indeed. All right, so here is my plan. And she walks over and she grabs Kunkaval by the hand. She walks over and grabs Mia by the hand and leads you to outside points. And then takes Kemik's hand and leads them in front of it, so you form a little triangle, entrapping the circle in the center. The demon takes in a deep breath and walks into the center of the circle itself.
Right.
This is
Thank you. My OCD was killing me.
rather uncomfortable for me. Focus your energies on me, and I will see what I can do.
God, why did I say Kunkaval? Kemik looks at Kunkaval and Mia and once again repeats himself, saying, remember, it's more of manipulating the energy. It's somewhat similar to time magic. Less finesse involved, but more energy. So just try to manipulate the energy around here, and we should be able to warp it to what we want. Expand it. Break it.
So, how we're going to go about this is each of you are going to tell me how many spell slots you are going to spill into the demon.
This hurts. This hurts.
A total, like, so I'm going to need the amount of spell slots and what level they are.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, can I retcon something real quick? Because it would affect the number of spell slots that I have left.
What's that?
Because if I had known it was not just the three of us, the whole sequence would have been very different here. How much does Etrin weigh, approximately?
Etrin's about 190.
190, okay.
Within full gear and everything.
So rather than leaving him up there by himself, and to avoid us having to haul him around with our own strength, I would upcast Antia's Frigid Claw to 3rd level, so it could carry a maximum of 200 pounds. And I just use that to pick him up and carry him with us.
I'll let you know that the way that Alistair and Kemek disguised him, he's in no danger up there.
I don't think it's the fact of the danger, it's just leaving him alone upstairs.
After everything that I went through for this man, I can't leave him by himself.
Okay.
I mean, if Mia asked,
At
Lonnie would have no
least let him
problem
keep
carrying him around.
everything.
Yeah, like
I mean,
She's
yeah,
tall
if you
enough
still
to
want
easily handle
to
him.
leave him disguised as a lamp, that's fine.
okay, yeah, because like Nolani can just like
I can easily
just
manhandle
shoulder
him.
the T-posing coat rack
Nalani
over.
and
Yeah.
Azurclaw can easily carry him down without even trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His
Okay.
weight and height.
We have a hand of people with like
All right.
anywhere between 18 to 9 to 20 strength right now. I
So-
think we're
If
good.
Mia had expressed concern, I would have just picked him up and walked him down.
When you come down, there's a bit of a look of confusion on the Vitala's face as the T-posing lamp coat rack elf boy is brought down with you.
We can say between
somewhere, it's fine.
Azurclaw and Nalani, we carried him down, no problem.
Yeah, that's not even an effort.
The short bird and the tall Goliath.
Thank you. I was trying to resolve leaving him up there, and I couldn't. So.
That's fair.
You hear Al mumbling? I thought it was a good plan.
I'll make sure that Azurclaw has the head though, so he's at this awkward angle, and all the blood's rushing to his head.
Is the blood even working with the time magic right now?
It's a good question. He is quite stiff.
Okay, so back to
All
the
right.
ritual.
So Mia,
spell slots.
how many spell slots are you going to dump into this?
I will dump 2 second level and 2 first level.
Okay. Ungaval.
There's a couple things I want to do real quick. It'll take 2 rounds to set up, because they're both actions. But I'm going to do Channel Divinity Twilight Sanctuary. And that's going to drop a 30-foot radius around me. It does dim light, if that matters at all.
Oh no, the cave is bright enough.
Okay, but more importantly, at the end of every creature's turn that's in that radius, I can give it temporary points. And then I'm also going to activate Starry Form Chalice. I don't know if this is going to do anything, but it if I were to be using like a healing spell or something like that, it would give me another healing ability on top of it. That's magical in nature. Here, let me.
For the instance of dumping spell slots into the demon, it's not really going to do much.
Okay, well, I'm still doing it.
Yeah, because this is pretty much you're just sacrificing spell slots that you have available.
Okay, so I'll still do all that anyways, just in case something comes up. But I'm going to. We basically have one shot at doing this, right?
You have one shot at doing this.
Okay. Kuhn's going to go quite literally all in. 2 third level, 3 second level, and his last 3 remaining first level.
Okay, Kemek.
Yeah. Kemek is going to do 2 first levels, 2 second levels,
Gonna go all
Do it,
out.
you're useless.
2 third levels.
Oh.
Anything
Okay.
else? 2 first, 2 second, 2 third. Is that it?
Whatever that was, it was inaudible to your microphone.
Because I'm crying. One more first level. Firebolt for days. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
Does it matter that I also have some like per day use of spells?
No, this has to be just
Not
spell slots.
specifically.
You are pretty much sacrificing the arcane and natural energies that you use in order to form spells to pour into this demon. So you begin to channel your magical energies flowing into the body of the demon itself. As soon as it begins to hit its body, the circle around it begins to slowly grow in size, and then it begins to fight whatever energy is being pumped into this demon. As it begins to twist and turn, you can hear you can see cracks along the wall beginning to form, stress fractures along the ground, as well as the circle is continuing to fight you. And it's tiring to all three of you. But after about 5 minutes or so, there's a loud crack as the circle breaks and vanishes. The three of you take 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay.
But as that happens, Etrin kind of loosens up. I need to roll something for Etrin.
A lamp on his head.
Okay. Doesn't blow
He
up.
still be.
Oh, thank God he doesn't blow up.
As he takes the lampshade off of his head, and why am I dressed like a household appliance?
It was part of the ritual.
A ritual
Meant
to
to
dress
keep
me
you
as an
alive.
appliance. Interesting. He kind of stares at the demon for just a moment as you see the demon vanishing. There's a soft sizzle coming from who's gonna get this? Chemic.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
As there is now a brand on the inside of your forearm.
Rude. Okay. Wait, does that mean I get the favor?
Whenever you need to cash in the favor.
This is so bad. This is so bad.
Yes,
It
give
really
the
is.
goblin the ability to ask a demon for a favor.
Yes.
And
This
the
is gonna end
Vatala
well.
vanishes, along with the 4 spirits that were with it.
It's so bad.
Well, that was easy.
I like how in last campaign we were trying to stop everything from getting loose. In this campaign, we're just letting everything loose in the world. Like, just gotta go fuck it all up.
The world's already a fucked up place. Just go. We're not making a difference at all. It doesn't matter.
One more demon in the world. What does it matter? Bring in a giant dark tower. What does it matter? Just release it all.
You know what? Just because I don't know if the demon has completely vanished just yet, as I hear the voice, I'll say, "And the bride."
Well, I have no other idea about that.
Perhaps this time maybe she'll die for good. Also, fuck.
I will, since I'm already tired and probably halfway leaning to the floor, I'm going to very slowly set up my tent once more and ritually cast my Harry Potter tent.
And this time, as you ritually cast the Harry Potter tent, you walk inside, and it is the lap of luxury you have come to expect.
Kemek is gonna poke their head out of the tent, and no smile as they are exhausted, but looks to everyone and goes, "I'm exhausted. I have a safe space."
If I may interject, it may be best to get out of the crumbling cave here before we start going to bed.
Oh, this is mobile, trust me. Move it. The thing is, safe space. Bride can't get in here at least to give us time to at least rest before we deal with anything if she's still roaming.
I understand that, miss, but maybe we want to get out of the cave first. It's like Oliver is like quickly like scooting back towards the staircase.
You
Can I just pick up the tent?
I'm just gonna go over and pick up
Yep.
Kemek. So Kemek is now up on the shoulders again.
It lasts for 8 hours, so yeah, it's mobile right now if we want to scooch it on upstairs. Put it in the foyer or something.
Start dragging it like just with Kemek head poking out. Be like, let's go.
Nalani
I
grabbed
mean,
Kemek, so
the
Kemek is now
cave,
over here.
the cave is crumbling. The cellar might still be completely stable.
It's not necessarily a
Get the hell
cellar.
out of here.
I'm just going based off of what I'm
Yeah,
seeing on
I
the
know,
map.
I know, but
There's also blood in a room.
yeah, there's no cellar or technically basement in this establishment.
Okay.
I just needed
Just a circle.
something that had a cave to it.
Fair. Fair.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So the lower half of the map just don't
The
count.
lower half of the map don't exist.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just get
Alright,
that in.
alright.
Yep.
I'm gonna
I
start
see an
carrying Kemek
altar.
out.
What's on the
If they get the
altar?
tent, they get the tent. No, I don't care.
So you make your way back up, and no longer does the house reek of rotting wood or filth or decay. It's very clean, very presentable. The tiles themselves clean, free of any sort of mildew or liquid or anything of that matter. As you look into the other rooms, they're all pristine, though generally lacking in furniture.
Oh, we got a
What?
lamppost.
As he's like kind of like throwing the clothes off and undoing the bed sheet that was wrapped around his waist.
I've gotten a picture.
But Kemek, you could see now around his arms is like this ever-moving spiral of time magic runes.
I need to study.
Question is, does the need to study them outweigh the need to sleep right now?
Oh, I said later. I
Oh, the mic didn't pick that up.
am exhausted. Sorry, I'll move it closer.
But
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
Kunkaval,
Not right.
Mm-hmm.
welcome home.
You're welcome.
Now everybody out.
And as
We've cleared out.
as
a
Oliver
keep.
as
Not doing
Oliver
damage.
kind of like walks up and crosses the threshold of the stairs, his clothes completely change. Clean, pristine, no longer moist.
Is Oliver our servant? Cookable servant?
Oliver is
The
your butler.
groundskeeper. Nice.
He's
Now-
an attitude adjustment.
Now that is all well and taken care of, Lord Kunkaval, he just like does a very respectful bow. Oliver Primrose at your service.
Don't ever call me that again.
How may I address you?
Coon. And he puts out his hand to shake
And
it.
he reaches out and shakes it. Very well, Kun. If there is anything that you require of me, simply ring the bell.
I need a bug farm.
A bug farm can be definitely installed on the house. If for my a suggestion of mine would have a greenhouse made in the backyard.
Anything they need.
As well as all of you. I would assume that everyone would need their own rooms and accommodations.
We were told to get the fuck out, so.
Have one.
I'm gonna point to Mia and Kamek. They need the library well kept.
Oh, but of course.
I'm gonna point to Azure Claw, Alistair, and Nalani. They need and Yuriko too. They need sparring. Place for sparring. Training.
You can definitely convert one of the rooms into a gymnasium. I don't see why that would be such a problem.
I need place with fireplace.
Oh, we have multiple fireplaces around, sir. Would you like a fireplace in your room?
Yes.
Very well. I will see that the master bedroom is fitted with a fireplace. As he begins just writing all of this down. So I will have to inform you, sir, that there was an addition to this house. Since you are now the holder of the key, there is a small treasury that you now have access to. As he pulls out just like a small note or an envelope and pulls out a piece of parchment. There is about, it's best that the Lord of the Manor read. And you can see that not only the house and the property have been bequeathed to you, but there is a small vault located in the master bedroom, currently housing 12,000 gold.
Nice.
You can use that 12,000 to fit the house with whatever you need.
Should I add our group funds that I've been carrying around to this vault?
I'm gonna take Azure Claw, one of Azure Claw's wings and one of Mia's hands. I'm gonna put their hands close together and put the piece of paper in both their hands and just, you take care of it.
He's like, do it, slaves.
More like he doesn't give a shit. It's more like he doesn't give a shit about money.
I don't have the intelligence nor wisdom to be an accountant.
12,000 gold. How much is that in bugs?
Actually, Mia, I was just thinking, I unfortunately do not have the appropriate energy or magic to acquire my own teleportation magic just yet. So perhaps maybe some of these funds can go towards creating a teleportation circle, hiring someone to create a teleportation circle here, and then allowing us to come here whenever we please.
You know, I was thinking about that already. Actually, it was my very first thought. Second. The greenhouse was first. I think I have an idea that does one better, but we can discuss that once we've had a rest.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Oliver, where's the kitchens?
Oh, right this way, ma'am. I will show you. He just leads Nalani off through the main dining room and through a couple doors, and that pantry that you thought was a pantry is completely different now, as it is a fully functioning kitchen.
Yeah, nice. I'll
It's
probably
g-
go through and try to make something that for those that were in the ritual that now look exhausted, just make them something hearty to eat so they can eat something good before bed.
Okay. And if you're not adding anything special to it, that's not even something I'm going to require you to roll for.
Yeah. Just something hearty and good. That's all that matters.
Mr. Ollivander, or whatever your name was. Sorry, I was looking through my books.
People call me Oliver, but Ollivander is my full name. It's very it's very astute of you to pick up on that. Most people when they hear my name is Oliver, they call me Ollie.
It's like a little lizard was whispering in my ear.
Is this the cat? Is this the cat?
Ollie.
Does he only
have one eye?
I had that thought as well. I immediately scanned through my notes when I heard the name.
He has
Oliver.
both functioning eyes.
That we know of.
You can see two eyes on his face.
It's an
Doesn't mean
illusion.
they're functioning. I have quote unquote functioning eyes, but I'm legally blind.
Your human butler
Maybe it's
Ollivander is actually a magical green space plant cat.
Yes.
More importantly, is he proficient at making wands?
You don't know what he's proficient at.
Well, I think we're gonna find out. You had mentioned
One of these days I'm gonna run a Harry Potter game.
One day.
Oh my God, yes, please.
You had mentioned bedrooms for each of us.
Well, yes, of course.
You had also mentioned maybe having a greenhouse built in the back.
That is what Kuhn wishes. The funds that were set aside for the house were for any upgrades that future owners may wish.
With Kuhn's approval, of course. I don't suppose I could have a bedroom attached to the greenhouse.
Sure. Whatever you want.
He jots notes down for a construction of a adjoining bedroom to the new greenhouse.
Herbalism is kind of my forte, so... Well, aside from magic, of course.
Which reminds me, is it possible to have the rooms be magical?
Oh, the entire house is magical. If you wish to, say, rearrange the layout, so you just need to let me know.
Real happy and lies in the kitchen for that.
So you know how... Has anyone seen Encanto?
I've seen parts of Encanto.
Where you open up the bedroom and it's like much bigger inside.
Yeah, everyone's
like,
bedroom is a TARDIS.
Pretty much. That's what Chemic's thinking for their room. Just a TARDIS space.
Just you open the door to the bedroom and you're thinking it's gonna be a room fit for a goblin. It's just TARDIS. It's like there's a mansion inside my mansion.
The door looks like it's just a broom closet.
Right.
If that's the case, then my room's gonna be like forest.
It's like you you just open the door and it's like the janitor's closet and you open it up and it's a fully functional hotel and just magic. Don't gotta explain anything.
We open it, there's a jungle inside, and we're like, Kunkavol, and he was against the tree the whole camouflage. Oh shit!
He was on the door the entire time.
Yeah, I'm on the reverse side of the door.
Oh, you hear it? You open up the door, you hear. Little did we know it was Kunkavol going.
Yeah.
It was a creaky door.
I can attempt to adjust the size of the rooms. I don't know how large or how limited we are in that space, but I can attempt to reduce or expand the interior of a room.
Not that I need anything, so glamorous and large, but a space to which to be manipulated for certain projects I have planned.
Well, we can convert one of the rooms into, say, a mage's laboratory.
Excellent. That would be perfect.
I need an observatory on the roof.
Writes it down.
Excel from my room.
It connects to your room. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. Observatory with connecting bedroom. It's like Hampstead had this old dilapidated house sitting in the city, and now there's just a McMansion there.
Yep.
How it should be.
I demand two things. One, me and Yuriko can really appreciate this. A tavern.
So it's like a bar.
A personal lounge, maybe.
That would work.
Bar, maybe a billiards table in there. Just a room to wind down after a long day of adventuring.
And two, to make some income, a brothel.
I'm not sure that's allowed within the city limits.
Permit. You need a permit for that.
I can get a permit.
Not to mention the town is technically sealed off, so it's kind of impossible to open one of those right now.
Yep.
We're all fucking.
Alistair is the only employee.
Kamek has some words.
I approve. All right,
Kamek
guys,
has some
line up.
words.
So, room.
If it's possible too, it'd be nice to have a indoor hot spring.
Ooh. Writes it down. Any other requests at this time?
Crafting room.
Did we not request enough already?
Did you say a crafting room? So sort of like
Yeah.
like a workshop.
Yeah.
Most definitely can add a workshop onto this, Kun.
I mean, there's multiple crafters here, so yeah, that actually would.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Well, if there is nothing more, I will start putting in the orders for materials to add on to this house.
We added teleportation circle to that, didn't we? Or
Yes,
that's something we're going to discuss.
Teleportation circle is on the top of the list.
Oh, okay.
Land is associated with this property.
What's that?
How much land is associated with this property?
When you walk outside of the house, it's a decent sized piece of land. When you go out, it takes up like a back wall, like not an entire back wall, but a decent chunk of it, as it seems that like the that wrought iron fence was just illusory almost, to because everything was falling apart, but it's expanded. You definitely have a nice chunk of property in the city.
Good. We just need to find a way to teleport back here.
Well, that would be a means to affix something to the teleportation circle.
Exactly.
I'll see if I can't begin research on that.
Excellent. Appreciate it.
Can the teleportation circle be vertical and have a blue shimmery?
Get out. Get out.
Can we have a Stargate?
But
We
there
had
probably
one
would
on the
be
ship
have
last
one
time.
room dedicated to the teleportation circle. That way we randomly come in and Oliver's just like, oh, fuck. Or if we have company.
It teleportation circles in Oliver's bedroom.
No, you put it in the bathroom.
Hey, I was taking that shit here. What are you doing?
It's in the hot springs, and people just walk and fall in.
Oh, shit, we forgot to ask for a bathroom, guys.
Yep, I think
There are bathrooms. Don't worry.
I think there was basic amenities when we got the place.
Yeah. Now, I know you wanted a bathroom. That was on your list.
But
We can make them bed. Let's go.
All right. So you all have or Kunkaval now has his home, or his keep that was given to him by the Deck of Many Things.
Right.
And before we leave tonight, you all level.
Oh.
So before we head off for tonight, we are going to roll HP.
Give me a sec here because I think I'm going to a different class. Because I need to find my notes. Give me a sec.
Okay. But that means you would all be going to level 6. Azure Claw will be going to level 8.
Yep.
Y'all give me your shit.
Stupid leveling cards. Not leveling everybody in the party.
It wasn't leveling cards. It was the effect that exiting the forest had on.
Oh, that's true.
Azure Claw.
Yeah,
That could have gone so badly.
It could have, yeah.
that's true.
It
That's true.
definitely could have, but you
Bird could have ended up just dead.
mhm.
I do have my notes, and yes, I am going into a different class.
What class are you going into?
Take a guess.
That's why I'm asking.
Barbarian.
Barbarian. All right.
I
I'm
may have
going to
cheated.
angry punch things.
I would like to rage with my face.
All
It
right.
was either that or Artificer, then I would have gone away with the gun.
Shit.
Just
It's
doing
6
gun kata around everyone.
When you cast a spell which duration is 1 minute or longer, spend 1 temporal point to double the spell's duration. So guess what? 16 hours.
Dude, I would love to be able to do gun kata in a D&D game.
Detect magic would be 20 minutes. Spicy, I like this.
I just got another 3rd level spell slot. Oh yeah.
Right, I need to roll.
So I took my level in Druid, and I rolled a 5 on the D8. So I'm now at 59 HP, which might change depending on my ASI.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm real glad that you guys went all in on those spell slots.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
I
By
held
the way,
back- I held back big time.
I know you did.
the means of success was 30 spell slots. You sacrificed 34.
Perfect.
Yeah, I figured it had to be it was one of those big risks, big rewards kind of situations. I'm like, I just will go all in. This is just gonna actually that's not true. I had 1 level 1 spell slot left and 1 level 2 spell slot just in case. I was like, just to not completely cripple me. Well, that's a D20. I'm a G6.
I mean, going back to what you said, Azarin, you could pretty much make a Gramation cleric by doing gunslinger and monk to do like the gun kata monks,
Rolled a 5.
because you go Kensai
Nice.
monk and then you make your gun the monk weapon.
Isn't there like a weird thing with Kensai where you can't have like a ranged weapon be part of your
No,
kit?
because you can have bows.
I know you can have bows, but I thought it was later on.
Look, I would allow pistols.
Oh, I know. I'm just trying to remember. It's been a while since I looked at the Kensei class.
Well, I rolled my D10 for another level of Blood Hunter. I got a 9.
Nice.
And I got an 8 for a total of 10.
Nice. I rolled a 7, and I have a +3, so that's 10 extra hit points for me.
I got it. Hold
up.
What class are you leveling?
A Warlock.
Your Warlock? What level are you now in Warlock?
3/3.
3/3. Okay, I think I need to send you the next tier of that Warlock.
Yep, I just stepped into Pact, and I am going to do Pact with a Blade.
No, because you have the custom pact, remember?
I know that's the Yeah, but you still, regardless of who you, is that a pact or is that just my?
No, no, it's a special class. It's a special subclass of Warlock.
Okay, so okay, I gotcha. So some other pact. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And as my level 8 ASI, I will be taking the Sentinel feat.
Nice.
Of course.
It's a good one to have.
Well, considering I'm usually the one guarding the casters, that's
it's a good thing to take.
It's a good thing to take. Yeah.
I try on taking that one next too because I have the ability to hit someone when they enter my range. So they walk towards me, I can hit them then and stop their movement. If
Polar Master.
I have Polar Master, yeah. So my next one is Sentinel. I
Um,
have decent strength, so I don't need to level that up yet.
Brudes, what'd you get for HP for Barbarian?
I rolled max for 12 and my con is 2, so 14.
Nice. Another 14 HP going into Alistair.
Please, because I'm squishy.
Mia, what'd you get?
You are squishy.
I rolled a 5 on my d6 plus my 3 con.
Nice.
Nice, another 8. What about Kunkaval?
I rolled a 5, so I'm now at 59.
Nice.
But that might change depending on what I take for my ASI.
Okay. And what about Kemek?
I also rolled a 5 on mine, +4 with my con. I get it at 9.
Nice. Everyone getting a little, hefty HP boost here.
Yeah.
Since my last one was like a 3, so I'm like,
Yeah, I think my last one was pretty low as well.
yeah. I mean, granted, it's not a high die to begin with, but for a wizard, it sucks when it goes below a 3. You're like,
Gotta take every bit of HP we can get.
At least wizards are no longer a D4.
Oh God, I remember those days. They suck.
Level 1 when a child with a stick can kill you.
Dude, like when you have less hit points than a commoner and you have the audacity to call yourself an adventurer.
One rounded by a house cat.
That is depressing.
Hey, I remember house cat used to be I remember house cat used to have a stat block.
Yep, they have stat blocks again.
Well, I gotta choose a new curse.
And I just added 2 very nice Vitamancy spells to my list.
How many HP does it drain from you this time?
All the HP.
Well, my spells won't be draining any HP this time, but my Aegis Shield just got an upgrade that does drain some more HP from me. So, but it does awesome stuff, and if it doesn't break, it makes my spells even better.
Note to self: break the shield.
Please no.
Break
the shield, I'll probably die because that's all my HP.
Yeah, if you break the shield, I'll die. I only have 2 HP under it. All right. So with all of that done, that is going to do it for us tonight. Thank you everyone for tuning in as we continued on with our little adventure here at campaign 3 of Destiny Forged. This weekend, I'm not sure. Azurin, are you all running an episode of Wayward Wanderers on Saturday?
No. We're starting a new chapter, and I don't have all my players, and I always want them to all be there for new chapter starts. So.
Yeah, I wanted to ask because it is Thanksgiving weekend, so I wanted to make sure. Yeah. Okay, so normally up this Saturday and every other rotating Saturday, we would have Wayward Wanderers, which is our Pathfinder 2 Extinction Curse campaign that Azurin runs. On the alternating Saturday, it is Withered Waste, which is the 5th edition post-apocalyptic magic apocalypse campaign that I run. On this upcoming Monday, I believe is Chimera Collective.
Yes.
is another episode of Chimera Collective. And then on Tuesday is going to be an episode of Into the Wildlands Part 2. We are running those episodes the final Tuesday of every month. So we'll have an episode of that. And then on the upcoming Saturday, we will have, as I said, Withered Wastes. And then the following Monday will be another episode of Mass Effect Horizons.
Mm-hmm.
And another episode of Destiny Forge Campaign 3. But for now, we are going to head on out. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and we will see you on Monday.